and we welcome you to the Commercial Bank pregame show here tonight. I'm Brett Shields, along with me, Jay McGarry. Jay, we've got Thursday night playoff football. It's going to be a prime matchup here tonight. And no, it's not the NFL. Again, it is Kansas high school football in this 4A matchup on the east side of the bracket between the 8-seeded Piper Pirates and the 1-seed Chanute Blue Comets. And don't be misled by the seeds. This is going to be a very good matchup, as everybody knows all season long one of the most exciting things Chanute has done is Dagan Dean getting to the passer. Piper might be equipped with the best left tackle in all of the state of Kansas with Camden Beebe. Will that be one way to slow down Dagan Dean and the Chanute defense?
Well, Dagan's speed will definitely come into play tonight. We'll see how well that left tackle. I mean, he's a nice-sized gentleman, and I think he'd probably do a good job, but that speed is something different.
That'll be an interesting matchup to watch tonight. Again, this is our Commercial Bank pregame show. Tonight's broadcast booth is sponsored by Kay's Place. Again, big thank you to everything they do for us down at Kay's Place. If you haven't been in there yet, please do, as Miss Kay makes some of the best food around. I know she had her special lasagna tonight, and it was delicious. Looking into this one, after last week, Chanute coming away with a win against Kansas City Schlegel. Chanute moves to 14-21 overall in the playoffs, and this will be the second all-time meeting between Chanute and Piper, the last one coming November 9th, 2012, where Piper ended Chanute's season in the playoffs that year. And on that note, we will send things back to the studio for 2 minutes in honor of our national anthem. And when we come back, we'll have a little bit more of your Commercial Bank pregame show. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, we're still about 7 minutes out from kickoff, and as we mentioned before we went to break, Jay, this is the second all-time meeting between these two teams. The first one coming in the playoffs back on November 9th of 2012, where Piper knocked off Chanute 24-22, as it was a close one back then, as well as Chanute looking to go further than they did last season. As if you remember, this was the same round regionals when Bishop Miege came to town last year. and seating-wise upset the Blue Comets. It's hard to call a private school beating a public school an upset any time,
Absolutely,
especially at the 4A level, but nonetheless, by the bracket, that was an upset. Here tonight, it should be an interesting matchup. Again, this game was moved to Thursday night. It was originally supposed to be played tomorrow night, but due to thunderstorms that are expected tomorrow and a likely lightning delay that would have happened at some point, if not postponing the entire game, the two schools chose to move the game up 24 hours. Much nicer weather, as it's 74 degrees, which we'll pull that up on the live stream for you. Weather beautiful here tonight. 74 degrees at kickoff. It shouldn't get much below 70 by the end of this one. It is going to be windy, though. It is very, very windy, as it says it's going to be upper teens, 15 to 20 miles an hour. Again, that's in town.
Absolutely.
It is much windier out here at the stadium, so definitely a very windy night out here at the Chanute Community Sports Complex. And, man, Piper, giving it their all, waving the pirate flags as they are ready for this one. Chanute making their way out of the locker room momentarily. But, Jay, something about tonight, it just feels different all day. Of course, you and I talked about it. Felt like Friday, first off. But I've been looking forward to this game. I knew it was going to be a good matchup. Piper, they're the 8 seed. They're 5-3, which that alone, that's a very good 8 seed. Their 3 losses are to teams that win a combined 19-5 this season. They don't have a bad loss all season, and they have some pretty decent wins. So this is a Piper team. They play some 5A schools. They lost to some 5A schools, but they played some 5A schools, played some 4A schools. They're tough. There's no other way to put it. They are a very tough team, and they have a coach that is familiar with Chanute and John Black. And if that name rings a bell, we've talked about it a little bit. John Black, the former Independence High School coach, as well as stops at Neodesha, Valley Center, and Wamego, I believe. But most recently, last season, in the SEK, coaching at Independence. And one negative that brings is if you look over on the far sideline, Piper has a pretty decent crowd. I would venture to guess 30 to 40% of that is people from Independence and Neodesha.
That's a possibility. I mean,
you support your own, which I'm more of the, hey, let's support the SEK League if you're Independence. But I get it. They want to come out and they want to support their former coach, so it is what it is. It's going to be a good matchup tonight. Good crowd on hand here tonight, as this is one of the better crowd, if not the best crowd we've seen so far this season. I know the first 150 students got in free tonight, first 150 adults as well, thanks to various sponsors that were able to step up and make that possible. And, you know, Chanute can come out and get a win tonight. Maybe somebody will step up next week and make it happen again. Because if Chanute wins tonight, they will host once again next week. But we'll talk about that a little more as the night goes on and worry about taking care of business here tonight in this one.
Yeah, it's a great crowd we have out here tonight for a Thursday night game. The captains are walking out. We're about to get the coin toss and find out who's going to get this ball to start this game.
Yeah, captains are out there. Obviously, some of the best players in the state here in this one tonight, as Dagan Dean has proven to be a force at defensive end, as we mentioned earlier. Camden Beebe, a 3-star Kansas State University commit. Camden Beebe, he's a good one, and I was showing you some pictures. He's got that look. He's a dog for sure.
He's a big boy.
6'4", 290. You don't see that a lot at the 4A level, so it'll be a tough test for the Blue Comets tonight, as the teams are out there at midfield, or captains are anyway, and waiting for the official to flip the coin, as he's having a nice discussion with both teams. And looks like they're taking a look over to Piper. I assume they won the toss. So we'll get the official call from the referee here momentarily, as I think more importantly is who has the wind and when they have the wind. Looks like Piper does win the toss, and they have deferred their decision to the second half. So Chanute will receive the opening kickoff, and Chanute will be going into the wind to start the game. So definitely not the best way to start the game, as we likely won't see a lot of throwing early on, at least not down the field a lot. But when you get going that other direction, you've got that south wind at your back. I expect both teams to air it out, as Logan Landish as Eric Erb, both very capable. It's two of the best quarterbacks at the 4A level. Jay, we're about a minute out from kickoff in this one. We're going to wrap up our Commercial Bank pregame show, send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. When we come back, we'll have your opening kickoff. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, moments away from the opening kickoff here tonight. And kicking off for the Piper Pirates tonight, as we'll get a good look at him here. Number 38, that's Caleb Kurgan. And back deep to receive for the Blue Comets, number 5, Caden Seamster. Number 21, Ty Leedy. Regional playoff action underway, as it is a deep kick fielded at the 4-yard line by Seamster, as he'll look to follow blockers up the middle. Breaks one tackle, still going across the 35-yard line, and he will be tackled at the 36. That's where Chanute will start their first possession of the game, so good kickoff return there. He brings it 32 yards out and gets it all the way up to the 36 after a good deep kickoff.
Yeah, that's a good return.
Especially considering the kick.
Yeah, it was a great kick, and hopefully we have a better start this week than last week.
Yeah, last week a turnover on what, the first or second play of the game?
Second play of the game.
The Blue Comets will go split backfield. Eric Erb back there in the shotgun set. Leedy to his right, Harding to his left. And they'll give to Harding as Piper blitzed on the play. Man, they timed it up almost perfectly. That was number 42, Aaron Henson. Henson came into this game as their leading tackler on the season.
Yeah, they had the run blitz called right there, and he just blew right through the line.
Yeah, loss of 2 on first down on the give to Harding. That brings up 2nd and 12 from the 34. 2 receivers split out to the far side. Now Seamster going to go in motion. He'll go into the backfield. Erb calls for the snap. They'll pitch to Seamster. Seamster following blockers, trying to find the hole, and he'll get up just past the 40-yard line. As nose of the football, not quite to the 41, so that'll set up 3rd and 5. 3rd and a long 5, anyway.
That's a different wrinkle that we haven't seen so far.
I haven't seen
this year.
a lot of that all year. The one time they have done that, Seamster actually threw the ball.
I was kind of waiting on him to throw there.
I fully expected that. Same formation. Seamster and Dean both lined up on the near side of the field. Erb going to look to throw. It's not there. Erb going to run with it. Gets hit late, and no flag right on the Chanute sideline. And the white hat comes up and throws the flag himself. How does that official not throw the flag? My goodness. Holy cow.
What game is he watching?
I have no idea. Well, they'll get a personal foul on Piper. And I'll say this. Was it a late hit? Absolutely. Is that a good way for Piper to set the tone? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it didn't put in. I mean, he wasn't head hunting. I mean, it was a shoulder-to-shoulder hit. You never want to see that at the high school level, but Piper definitely let Chanute know, hey, we're here to hit. We're here to play football. We'll see how Chanute responds here now that they got a new set of downs, as that would not have been a first down. It would have been a 4th and 1, but due to the penalty, Chanute, their first down of the game. First down play goes to Harding up the middle. And he'll drag tacklers ahead 3 yards. So it'll bring up 2nd and 7. I think the biggest wrinkle of the game is the fact that we're now 4 plays in on offense, and Ty Leedy has not touched the football.
I think this is all by design.
Trying to catch
Because
Piper.
they're geared up to stop Ty and add that little wrinkle.
Chanute going to continue with the split back formation. Herb gets the snap. They will give to Leedy this time. Lots of running room on the far side of the field. Leedy trying to beat defenders, and he will! Touchdown! Blue Comets! From 37 yards out, Ty Leedy to the house.
I told you that's what they're doing, and it worked.
Blue Comets go up 6-0 with 9:45 to play in the first quarter. Jackson Vaughn to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So 7-0 Blue Comets. 9:45 to play in the first quarter. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet football right here on Z 95.3.
My bad. I got caught up.
Back here at Chanute High School. 9:45 to play in the first quarter. Fresh off a 37-yard touchdown run from Ty Leedy. Blue Comets up 7-0. And Jackson Vaughn will tee this one up. And they're going to blow it dead.
I think we got offsides.
Was there a penalty, or it was a low kick? I'm wondering if the ball fell off the tee before it was kicked.
Well, that could have been it, yeah, because they're not backing them up.
So Vaughn's got it teed up once again as he'll look to kick this one deep. Kick is going to be fielded at the 26-yard line, and going almost nowhere is Colin Vigil. So ball will be spotted right at the 30-yard line, and that's where Piper will start their first offensive possession of the night. Do apologize in that first play. We did have some issues with our camera. I'm not sure if Wi-Fi was lagging or what, but got locked in the same spot. But I think we've got that fixed. Landish shotgun set, and he'll keep this one himself and lowers his head. Jace Tarter takes him on and makes the tackle at the 33-yard line. That'll set up 2nd and 7 for the Pirates.
Good job of staying home there by Tarter and making that tackle.
And so far here, the first 2 plays of the game, again, very early. Cade Small lined up on that right defensive end spot, taking on Camden Beebe. Tight formation with one receiver split out to the far side of the field. Landish will hand off to the back. That's number 4, Freddie Eskridge. And Eskridge will pick up a few, maybe 3. That'll set up 3rd down and 4. So big 3rd down play for the Chanute defense. The Chanute defense played well most of the season. See if they can get off the field here. Give the offense another opportunity. Piper puts 2 receivers on the far side of the field. Shotgun set. Landish will get it. They'll run the option. Landish going to keep it. And he's tripped up shy of the 1st down. Looks like he'll be about a yard shy. Head coach John Black going to keep the offense on the field for Piper.
Risky decision here to leave that offense out there.
Yeah. Their own 39-yard line is Piper. Landish in the shotgun set. Got one back behind him. Now Landish going to take a step back. Looks like he will punt this one away. And that ball is going to roll all the way to the end zone. It will be a 61-yard punt, but it'll come out to the 20-yard line, and a great job there by the Chanute defense to get off the field, force a punt. And we'll see what the Chanute offense can do now on their 2nd possession of the game.
That's a great job by the defense there to have that initial stop.
Yeah, that's big, as this is a Piper team. They can run it, they can throw it. We didn't see anything through the air that time. Had the wind at their back. I'm actually a little surprised we didn't see anything through the air, but nonetheless, Chanute able to get off the field.
Yeah, it's a good job. And, you know, if we could go down and score right here, it would definitely make Piper where they have to throw the ball.
Definitely make a statement for sure. Chanute going to stick with that same formation, the split backfield. Make Piper think about it a little more. Herb shotgun set. Play action. Herb going to roll to his left and now completes the pass, and breaking tackles still going, as that is Ty Leedy down the far sideline. I think he was tackled. Where they spot this ball at the 43-yard line. So a pass of 23 yards from Herb to Leedy. And Leedy went 4 plays to start the game without touching it. Since then, it's been all Leedy. A 37-yard touchdown run and now a 23-yard reception down the sideline. Chanute, 2 receivers to the near side of the field. Herb will give to Leedy, and Leedy gets stuffed that time in the backfield. As again, that was number 42, Aaron Henson, from that middle linebacker spot. And Henson's a force. Again, mentioned he was the leading tackler for this Piper team. So I believe he had 11 tackles last week against Tonganoxie.
Yeah, might have to run away from him, make him chase.
And if you're Chanute, you want to get off to this quick start and keep it going. Last week, Piper was down 7-0 early to Tonganoxie and then rattled off 35 consecutive points. Herb gives to Harding. Harding tried to break tackles and tries to go upfield, but gets tripped up. And he's going to get back up to the 42, but still shy of the original line of scrimmage. So this will set up 3rd down and 11 yards to go. And Chanute going against the wind here. 5:48 to play in the first quarter. Big 3rd down here for the Blue Comet offense. They'll go 4 wide, 2 to each side. Leedy to the left of Herb. Dillo will go in motion. They'll fake the give to Dillo. Herb rolling this way, looking for something. Seamster's there. Ball's tipped in the air and falls incomplete. As Seamster was streaking across the field, Herb saw him a little late. Had a tight window, and somebody got a hand on it for Piper. Pass will fall incomplete. Chanute will punt.
Piper did a really good job of not sucking up to chase Eric there.
Seamster came open late, just a little bit too late for Herb. Chanute going to look to punt as they've got the punt team spread out quite a bit. High snap. Oh, this is bad.
Just kick it out of the back of the end zone.
As Leedy going to look to run and slam down to the ground at the 15-yard line. And Piper in the red zone now already after that high snap. And for what it's worth, Chanute hasn't had to punt a lot this season, but that's the first time we've seen a high snap like that.
Right. It probably would have been better off just kicking out of the back of the end zone there and taking the safety.
I don't know. I trust my defense. Early in the game, if it was late in the game, maybe. Less than a 7-point game, I'm with you. So Piper going to spread out the offense this time as they'll send trips over to the far side of the field. Landish in the shotgun set. He's got Pudens in the backfield with him. They'll throw a screen pass out wide. Pass was intended for Colin Vigil. That falls incomplete. This was a little off target. Led Vigil a little bit too much. And that'll set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, getting a little creative right there and just a little too much on that ball.
Well, they went with the play action before throwing the screen pass. So I feel like if you're going to run that route, that's one where you just get the snap, turn, and throw.
Absolutely.
And it seemed like running that play action, it just took a little bit too long to develop. So 2nd and 10, trips to the far side of the field again. Pudens in the backfield with Landish. Landish gets the snap. He'll give to Pudens this time. Nowhere to go. Runs into a wall. Tries to bounce it outside. And he'll pick up maybe a yard as the linebackers do a good job coming up and filling all those holes. Sets up 3rd and a long 9 here. And one thing we did see in pregame, Jay, especially going this direction, Piper has a legitimate kicking game.
That they do.
It was Zane Busick, number 81, the senior. He hit one from 43 that cleared the goalpost by 20 yards easily. You know, it would have been good from 60. And he's got that wind at his back, but still, that's one heck of a kick. Landish shotgun set once again. He's got those 3 receivers to the far side. He'll look to throw. Now he'll keep it. Quarterback draw. Makes one man miss and diving for the end zone. Waiting for a signal. Touchdown. Piper gets on the board with 4:21 to play as Logan Landish takes it in from 14 yards out. So after the mistake on special teams, Piper able to capitalize. Busick to attempt the extra point. That kick is up, and it is good. So this game is now tied, 7 apiece. Again, 4:21 to play. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, Piper's tied this one up, 7 points apiece. Chanute will get another chance now on offense. 4:21 to play in the first quarter. Piper set to kick this one off. It'll be Caleb Kurgan, 6-foot junior. And the ball falls off the tee once again, this time for Piper. You can reset it one time. If it blows off again, then you've got to have somebody come in and hold it. So Kurgan's got it teed up. Going to step this one off.
And it falls down
And
again.
it falls off again. Again, like I said, it's windy out here. So it looks like number 11, Kai Reed, will hold it this time.
Well, let's hope you don't pull a Charlie Brown.
I would hope you wouldn't do that to your own teammate. So for the third time, they'll kick it deep. And this ball will go into the end zone for a touchback. And Chanute will start with the football at their own 20-yard line as they did last possession. Let's just hope this one goes a little bit better.
Yeah, I think the offense just needs to settle down just a tiny bit. They execute what they normally do, and let's move the football here.
Play your game for sure. Piper running that four-man front on the defense, 3 linebackers. 4 guys in the secondary. Chanute going to go back to that split backfield formation. Now they put Seamster in motion once again. Seamster gets it. He's going to look to throw. He's got Dean. Pass is complete. And Dean trying to run away. Stiff arms. Dagan Dean. Touchdown. Blue Comets. Dagan Dean showing off his pure strength and just stiff arming the defender. Takes it 80 yards off the arm of Caden Seamster. Blue Comets back up on top, 13-7.
We were just talking about that earlier. About
Now they set it up. They set it up great. Vaughn to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Puts the Blue Comets up 14-7. 4:08 to play in the first quarter. Wasn't tied for long. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, Vaughn getting it teed up. We'll see if the ball will stay on the tee this time.
I am not betting on it.
Yeah. Say with the way the wind's blowing out here tonight, who knows? Teams are lined up, ready to go. Return men for Piper. Heels at the 20-yard line. Vaughn kicks it high as that will bounce. And picked up at the 24. And it's going to be a return of about 2 yards as a lot of guys for Chanute were down there.
Good pursuit there by the kickoff team.
Look like Nathan Wilson, Jordan Duncan, Cade Small all in there on the tackle for the Blue Comets. So Piper has really yet to shown a true offensive drive for what it's worth. Chanute really hasn't either. They've had a 80-yard touchdown and a 37-yard touchdown.
Correct.
So 2 big plays from Chanute. And then a short field for Piper. They've got 1st and 10 now. They'll give it on a reverse. That one goes into the hands of Vigil. Vigil breaking tackles, still breaking tackles. Now running down the sideline. Tarter goes low and makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a very big gain, as that one goes for 46 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Piper from the Chanute 36-yard line. Lots of substitutions over there for Piper, as they like to keep people fresh. In the backfield now, it's number 42, Aaron Henson. He's a force on defense. Doesn't get a whole lot of touches on offense, but he's in the backfield now. They will give it to him. He'll go right up the middle, breaking tackles, and finally tackled down after picking up 5 on the carry. Actually, they'll give him 6.
Seems like a lot of arm tackling going on right
A
now.
little bit of arm tackling for sure. Again, we mentioned Beebe, a force at that left tackle, but not a lot of huge guys on the rest of that offensive line. I mean, they've got decent size, but nothing that you feel like would just blow you away, push you off the line.
Oh, not at all.
Chanute's interior D-line going to have to step it up, slow down this Piper run game. Landish going to give it on the end around the other direction, and Seamster comes up, makes a big hit, but doesn't wrap up. Thankfully, a couple other Blue Comets get in there to make the tackle.
Who was that on the carry there for them?
I believe that was number 14, Shea Clemens. So first down after the run. Sets up 1st and 10 from the 25. Landis shotgun set. He's got 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Now look to run the option. Now he's going to throw, and Landis actually going to pull it down, try to run down that sideline, and he'll be pushed out of bounds after picking up about 4. That was a slow developing play. It's kind of a triple option, but the first option was the pitch. The second option was to throw. The third option was for Landish to keep it himself, and that's what he ultimately chose to do.
One of those run-pass options. And
so 2nd and 5, a long 5 for Piper here, as they'll go with a much tighter formation this time. Landish going to keep this one himself, just following blockers, pushing forward, and he'll go down. It's a very generous spot here on the near side as he never crossed the 15. Huh. Wow.
I'm right.
They'll spot it at the 14. Very generous spot, I thought. That'll set up 1st and 10. Piper in the red zone now for the second time. Last time they got here, they did get it into the end zone. We'll see if Chanute can tighten up on D here and get a stop.
Yeah, they're just having their way at will right now, moving the ball against us.
Landish, that tight formation once again, as he'll does give it nearly. I think Landish wanted to keep it and just kind of dropped it out of his hands as that went to number 17, Jack Bakarich. That'll set up 1st and goal. Ball spotted just inside the 5-yard line.
They're calling it, I believe they're calling it 2nd down.
Well, they are going to call that 2nd down. Yes, you are correct, Jay. So 2nd and less than a yard.
Piper's definitely not afraid to spread the ball around.
How many ball carriers is that? 6?
6 or 7.
Landish with it. They'll give it on the end around once again. Cutting to the inside, fighting for the end zone. Touchdown, Piper. As we talked about how good those numbers were. And it was number 10, Jamar Rier Jarrett. And Piper an extra point away from tying this one up with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and that one splits the uprights. It's good. So with 6 seconds to play in the first quarter, it's Chanute 14, Piper 14. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 14 all, 6 seconds to play in the first quarter. A lot of points scored here in this first quarter.
I was afraid it was going to be a shootout tonight.
Looks like Piper just going to skip everything and hold this one off the tee. And we'll kick it deep once again as Leedy does field it, but his foot touches in the end zone, and per high school rules, that is a touchback. If you or the football, or you touching the football, goes into the end zone, it's a touchback. So Chanute will start their drive at the 20-yard line. Couple scores coming in. 5A, DeSoto 7, Spring Hill 0, St. Thomas Aquinas 7, Lewisburg 0. I'll try to get some more to you as they come in, as there's only 18 games being played tonight of the 72 this week. Quick screen out to Dean. Dean trying to break tackles. He'll pick up a few, 4 close to 5. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. So after one, Chanute 14, Piper 14. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 more seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Chanute High School, into this first quarter, not halftime. Not halftime yet. We got a lot more football to play.
A little ahead of yourself.
I'm
there.
excited, Jay.
I can tell.
I'm excited for a big night of football, as it's been an exciting first quarter. And now Chanute, the wind at their back. We'll see if they try to throw the ball down the field a little more. However, we've already got an 80-yard touchdown pass in the books.
Yeah, you can't go much more than that.
You can go 19 more.
Nobody likes smarty pants.
2 receivers split out to each side. Herb will give to Leedy. Leedy right up the gut. So Leedy going to pick up 9 on the carry. That's more than enough for the first down. That'll move the chains. Broadcasting here from our K's Place broadcast booth here tonight. As we are early in the second quarter, tied up at 14 apiece. Chanute trying to really have their first offensive drive of the game, has scored 2 touchdowns, but both have been on plays, one of 37, one of 80 yards. Trips to the near side of the field. Linebackers looking to come up. Herb going to tuck and run, and he's tripped up. And Herb will pick up about 1 on the carry. Herb saw the pressure coming and bailed out on the play rather quickly.
Yeah, I got a little bit of happy feet right there.
Again, for what it's worth, we haven't seen that situation arise a whole lot this year, as Herb hasn't been under pressure much.
I think if he'd escaped outside of the pocket to this side, he'd have possibly picked up a little more.
Herb in the shotgun set, 2 receivers each side. He will give to Leedy once again, and Leedy popped almost immediately. That was number 5, Terrell Anderson, in on the tackle for Piper. No gain on the play. Sets up 3rd and 9. And a tough situation for the Blue Comets.
Yeah, that first down play, getting them behind the chains a little bit, definitely didn't help.
So Herb in the huddle, 20 seconds on the play clock. Gotta have a good play here as Chanute will send trips to the near side of the field. Herb calling for the snap. He'll roll over to this side. Defender chasing him down, and Herb just going to get slung down. And he'll gain maybe a half a yard, but nothing more. And a likely punting situation for Chanute.
Yeah, Piper had a free blitzer coming on that backside, and I mean, the running back didn't even chip him or anything, so he just came right through.
And looking at the receivers and Herb on the sideline, it's like Herb is saying somebody needs to come back to the football in that situation, as too many guys running too far down the field maybe. So a tighter formation this time. Leedy will punt. Better snap. Leedy gets this one away, and it'll hit at the 40, fielded at the 31. And return man, that's number 8, Colin Vigil. Vigil some room on that sideline as he'll cross midfield and eventually be taken down at the 47-yard line of Chanute. So another short field for Piper. As Blue Comet defense going to have to step it up here a little bit.
Yeah, this is familiar territory for the Chanute defense here.
And the only time Chanute's even faced anything similar to this at all, really, was that Coffeyville game. Coffeyville didn't have a lot of 6'4", 290-pound offensive linemen, though.
No, they did not.
Landish going to send a man in motion. Landish going to keep it himself, and he'll gain maybe a yard. They'll give him a gain of 1. As Leedy came up from his linebacker position to make that tackle. I've been saying Landish all night. It's a Ladish. Just making up letters.
Well, nothing's changed all year.
So trips to the near side for Piper. Ladish shotgun set. Got one back in the backfield with him. He'll look to throw and fakes the pass and will keep it himself. And good job there by the Chanute defensive line, allowing Ladish to go nowhere as it was Dean with the initial hit. Ladish tried to duck under Dean, but the rest of the Chanute D-line got there in a hurry. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Piper offense. This is a really big third down play. The Chanute defense going to try to get off the field.
Yeah, big moment right here in this football game.
Both teams have proven that they can make big plays. We just haven't seen a lot of the clutch small plays. 3rd and 10. Ladish sends a man in motion. He'll roll this way. The pass is complete, and a missed tackle will lead to a first down as Dillo came up, tried to make the tackle on Vigil. Vigil able to spin out of it, picks up the first as he gets down to the 30-yard line. So Piper, ball actually spotted at the Chanute 31-yard line. Piper, fresh set of downs. Ladish calling for the snaps as he's got 3 receivers to the far side. They'll try to throw it out of the flats. That one's completed to Vigil. Another missed tackle, as that time it was Tartar, but not much running room as Vigil going to pick up about 4. Closer to 3 as Seamster came up and made the tackle.
Yeah, I think these guys are dropping their heads trying to go for the big hit instead of running through and wrapping up.
Hey, you got to wrap up, man. It's pretty simple. It may not be the pretty play, but it's the good play. 2nd and 8. Long 7, short 8. Ladish with it. He will keep it. And jukes one defender, tries to go or step over another defender as he gets down inside the 25-yard line. So that'll set up another 3rd down, 3rd and a long 3. Cade Small making the tackle. What's up?
Would they give him on that? 4?
5.
5.
3rd and 4. Yeah, I think 4 was right. Ladish going to have a man in motion, and that play gets blown dead. And they're going to get a false start on Piper. And Piper starts that motion man a little bit before the snap. I think what they're getting is, and I've noticed it a couple times, it's not a clean motion. The guy that goes in motion, he kind of jerks his body before he goes into motion, trying to get somebody to jump.
Chanute crowd really loud right now.
3 receivers for Ladish. He'll roll to the right, looking to throw. That pass is incomplete.
I think they're.
And there is a flag on the play. And they're going to get offensive pass interference, it looks like. It looked like that was the initial call.
I think that's what he did call. I think somebody pushed off.
Wait for the white hat.
He don't know nothing.
What do you do here if you're Chanute? That's what, a 10-yard penalty and make it 3rd and 18, 3rd and 19?
Yeah, that's a tough decision here.
I feel like this is a spot where Piper's probably going to go for it.
Yeah, but do you give him 2 shots at it or do you give him 1?
Yeah. Tough call for Coach. We'll get pass interference on the offense. Yeah, it looks like Chanute's going to accept the penalty. I'm okay with that. A 15-yarder in high school?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That changes it a little bit. So a 15-yard penalty. Again, yeah, you're giving Piper 2 chances, but let's hypothetically say it's an incomplete pass on 3rd down.
Right.
You're probably punting now.
You're probably punting. You're correct.
So Chanute taking a chance. Crowd on their feet here in Chanute. 5:12 to play in the 2nd quarter.
We're going to get a timeout here.
And, yeah, official's going to blow this one dead. As we do have a timeout on the field. Timeout Piper. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds with them. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 3rd and 24 for Piper as they will come out of the timeout and see if they can get something going. Chanute defense trying to get off the field. See if Chanute can't get a late score to end the half. 5:12 to play. Piper going to roll out trips to the near side of the field. Ladish going to drop back. They'll throw a screen underneath, and that pass falls incomplete as he was looking for Lamar Lynch. And it was a little bit behind Lynch. And, yeah, that's why you accept that penalty, because Piper probably going to punt now. 4th and 9, you probably go for it at the 30-yard line. 4th and 24 from your own, or from the Chanute 45. There's not a lot of plays in the playbook that are going to pick you up. And hey, you know what? Maybe they do go for it and hope for a defensive penalty or something good to happen, because even if you don't get it but gain yards, I mean, if you punt one out of the end zone, the ball goes to the 20.
Well, they don't have a punter lined up back there.
Well, Ladish punted last time. Seamster going to step up as he was in punt formation. Ladish going to air one out deep, and Seamster not able to cover it. And it's going to be a 45-yard touchdown pass from Ladish to Mason Lahuro. And Chanute expecting Piper to punt. Got caught napping. Piper goes on top 20-14.
Who was that with that catch for them?
Number 2, Lajero. So extra point. The kick is up very, very high, and it is good. So with 5:08 to play in the second quarter, it's Piper 21, Chanute 14. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 21-14, Piper on top after the 45-yard touchdown. Piper, another big play. That one coming on 4th and 24, and those are the costly mistakes you can't have when trying to win a playoff game. Luckily, it's early. Chanute still some time to correct miscues like that. Kurgan's got it teed up. I don't know why he's going to kick this one near as deep as the last couple. It'll be a shorter pooch kick. Harding calls for the fair catch and then takes off running. Not a penalty?
No, I don't think so.
A fair catch was made at the 31.
And I actually don't think he was trying to fair catch it. I think he was trying to tell the rest of the guys he had it.
Well, I mean, find a new signal then, because that's fair catch signal.
Wave your hands behind you, I
Yeah.
guess. You know, boys just can't get down on ourselves right here. They got to continue to play football.
We'll see what the Chanute offense can do. We haven't seen them under pressure like this much this season. Herb shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. It's a screen to Leedy. He's on the near side of the field, and he'll get pushed out of bounds, but not after picking up the first down, as Leedy will pick up 12 on the quick pass. The ball spotted at the 43-yard line of Chanute. And it looks like when Chanute goes fairly quick, they've had success on offense. It's the other side of the ball that Chanute is unable to get off the field on defense, it seems.
Yeah, they're having a lot of problems on 3rd down here tonight and 4th down.
Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 43. Herb's got 2 receivers split out to each side. Herb going to look to throw. He wants to air one out, and that's going to be way overthrown over the head of Dean. And got that wind at his back.
Yeah, pushed that ball just a little bit.
Misread the wind just a hair. I don't have any issues with taking a shot first down like that.
No, not at all.
So we'll see what the Blue Comets dial up here on 2nd and 10. They'll send trips to the far side of the field. We'll see if they give one to Leedy here or if they run a quick screen out on the far side of the field. Herb going to look to throw, fakes the screen. Now Herb going to pull it and run to the near side and thrown down late.
Out of bounds.
Herb will pick up 4 on the carry. Sure seemed like he was thrown down a step or 2 out of bounds. So 3rd and 6 here.
Big play.
Very big play. Keep in mind, Piper deferred the coin toss. They will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Chanute really needs to get points on this drive.
That they do.
Trips to the far side once again. Herb shotgun set. Low snap. Herb trying to run out of it. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to throw. He's got Seamster. And they're going to say incomplete pass. Ooh. Tough break there for the Blue Comets. That'll be 4th down. And see how aggressive Coach Frizzell wants to be. Looks like he'll keep the offense out there on the field. What's your call here, Jay?
Punt, actually.
I'm with you. They'll spin out 2 receivers each side. Seamster goes in motion.
I think we're just trying to draw them off.
Herb going to take a step back. He'll get the snap. And Herb will punt this one away. And Chanute hoping to down this one. And unable to as that one goes into the end zone. As Dilla was down there.
He's going to mark that short of the goal line. He says he touched it before it went in the end zone.
Is he going to mark that at the 1?
Yes, sir. He says he touched it before he went into the end zone. His momentum carried him in.
Now discussing with the white hat, I wouldn't be shocked if this one gets overturned. As officials congregating, discussing.
Zebra conference. Well, the chain gang guys will be really mad because they've walked all the way down there.
Both teams are down there now.
Are they leaving it there? Yes. Yes, they are. We need a big defensive play right here.
The official's making an announcement. Cutting in and out quite a bit, but I think essentially what he said is first down Piper at the 1.
I think that's what he did say.
Something along those lines.
Right.
So Chanute defense, a great opportunity here.
Got to watch that deep pass, though.
Safety's playing up. Don't jump off sides. Ladish under center.
That's
a false start as the running back goes early. Hey, if you're Piper, that's not the end of the world. They're going to move the ball back an inch. I mean,
right, absolutely, but.
Let's say that's half the distance. I don't know how much more they can move the football back at this point. But yeah, Chanute, linebackers and safeties definitely crowding the line of scrimmage.
Got to be careful for a deep pass over their head, though, here.
Yeah. Herb, Tarter, and Seamster. Got to be watching anybody coming out for a pass.
I'd watch the screen pass right to the middle.
Ladish going to go under center. Trying to draw Chanute off sides once again. Ladish going to look to throw, and he'll just air one out. And that one's going to fall incomplete. That was intended for Colin Vigil. Good job by Tarter over there on the far side of the field.
Well, you know, that's exactly what I was talking about right there is that pass play like that there.
Well, I'll say this. When Ladish let go of that ball, I thought, oh, that's way overthrown. But with the wind, that ball just kind of hung up there. Thought Vigil might run under that.
He did a really good job of putting it up into the wind to let the wind bring it back.
That ball hung up there a lot longer than I thought it would. So 2nd and 10 and an inch. I mean, there was a penalty, but you can see where the sticks are. I mean, they didn't move the ball.
Well, they kind of, I guess, lean the sticks one way or the other.
Ladish gives to the back.
He didn't get in there.
And I think,
they're going to mark him.
I think he got out, yeah. I think he got pushed back into the end zone.
Who was that with the carry? Did you see?
Nope.
All right, fair enough.
And is Chanute going to take it?
Yep. Who did he say carried that?
Lahiro, I believe, number 2. Oh, who took the timeout?
I think we did. I'm not sure. I hope it's not Lahiro that carried that ball because they've used so many ball carriers. I don't have.
So it'll be 3rd and still pretty much 10. I think they did move the football up an inch maybe. inch or two.
He picked up 3 inches on that carry.
He would know. 3rd and 10 after this timeout. You can't tell they didn't move the marker over there.
They did too move the
marker. What
marker.
did he do, lean forward?
It was lean back. Now he's leaning it the other way.
I don't think the bottom of it moved.
Well,
he was just trying to get a better view of the game, and he moved to the other side.
Dancing over there.
So big play here. Chanute trying to get off the field. 3rd and 10. These have not been friendly to Chanute so far. Latest shotgun set this time. They've got 2 receivers, 1 to each side. They'll just run to Latish. And
did they call us?
See what the official call is. I think he got out again. It's really hard to get a safety, man. All that ball has to do is cross the white line.
Right. Was that Latish with that carry?
Yeah, it was Latish.
Latish. That's what I said, Latish.
So, again, no gain. How about the punt from Herb?
Awesome. Well, the coverage
Trey
was
Dillo
awesome.
getting down
Trey
and
Dillo
downing
did
that
an
ball.
awesome job there.
So,
hey, we're going to get the ball back, hopefully with good field position.
Well, here's a big play as well.
If he steps on that line, that'll be even better.
Piper able to get it away. And Leedy going to pick it up at the 35. He's got some running room down that far sideline. And Leedy runs out of bounds at the 15, again, I'm going to say 16-yard line. So super short field for Chanute.
Hey, kind of what we needed right here.
That is absolutely what Chanute needed. So now both teams have started a drive in the opponent's red zone. We'll see if Chanute can capitalize. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Got to come away with points here.
The Chanute offense will jog out onto the field.
We're going to go back to that 2 running back set that we were in to start the game.
Leedy to the right of Herb, Harding to the left. Herb calls for the snap. They'll fake to Harding and give to Leedy, and he's tripped up. As that was number 42, Henson, getting a hand on Leedy. And it'll be a gain of pretty much nothing, it appears. So 2nd and 10 for the Blue Comets.
Nothing coming easy tonight.
Leedy 5 carries for 43 yards, but he also has a 37-yard touchdown run.
Right, that I mean.
Chanute, main success Chanute has had is when they spread the ball out into the flats. Piper going to play press coverage. They'll give to Harding this time. Harding up the middle and to the house. Quentin Harding, touchdown. Blue Comets, Harding from 16 yards out. And Chanute an extra point away from tying this one up with 2.5 to play in the second quarter.
You know, Quentin runs hard, so it's just a matter of time before he busted one.
Vaughn to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good with 2:32 to play in the second quarter. Chanute 21, Piper 21. It's a dogfight, Jay. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here, Chanute High School tied up at 21 apiece. And what many people thought would be the best game of the night. And so far, kind of feels like it's living up to the bill.
Absolutely.
Vaughn's got it teed up. That's that pooch kick. As they will fake the reverse. As Lynch has it, Lynch running down that far sideline, and he'll make it near midfield. Now they faked the reverse. Excuse me, that was V-Hill. They faked it to Lynch. V-Hill takes it down the far sideline, and nose of the football will be just shy of midfield. So 2:21 to play. Piper going to run their 2-minute offense. Piper surely looking to get points right before half.
And double dip here.
I say they're going to try that double dip. Chanute defense, this will be their toughest test so far. Ladish got 3 in the backfield with him. Gives it to the end around man, and not a lot of running room. Actually throws off the tackler. Sure felt like forward progress had been stopped, but they'll say it wasn't, as that was Freddie Eskridge on the carry. That run will go for 11 yards. It's enough for the first down. As a Chiefs fan, I've had forward progress go against my favor many times. And it's hard to believe that wasn't forward progress stopped.
Yeah,
he was going backwards.
He was.
He was getting pushed backwards.
And that's probably it. They were probably waiting on a whistle. So,
Why they say play through the whistle. Trips to the near side of the field. Ladish got the offense spread out. He's going to fake the pass. Now he's going to run it. And Ladish just loses his footing. He'll gain maybe a half a yard. That'll set up 2nd and 10. A minute 20 to play.
well, Piper doesn't seem to be in a big hurry.
No,
here.
not exactly. And they've got a good kicker, but man, you're going into the wind. Latest shotgun set. Send a receiver out to each side. Now the man will go in motion. It's a reverse. And Beebe blocking the back. It's going to get called too. And V-Hill nowhere to go. And yeah, they're going to get Beebe with the block in the back on Dean. Beebe hands in the air, disagreeing with the call.
Well, he's farther back than 3 yards from the line of scrimmage, so, yeah, you can't hit in the back there. Might want to learn that before he goes to K-State.
Beebe still throwing his hands up into the air, and as we learned on Twitter, Beebe not afraid to voice his opinion, show some emotion. But, yeah, I think he's trying to show what he did. But what he's showing and what he did were two different things. So that will set up a 2nd and 20, 19 and a half if you want to be precise.
As the clock continues to run, correct?
Well, not yet. They've got to get everything spotted. I don't know why it's not running, as Piper's now up on the ball.
There, he just marked it ready for play.
All right. Ladish man in motion. Ladish going to look to throw, and they blow this one dead. Flag on the near side of the field.
They're going to get him for a false start here. Their motion man started a little early.
Yep, it is indeed a false start on Piper. So that'll move him back 5 more yards. So now
that kick's getting a little harder now.
Yeah. Might have wanted to show a little more sense of urgency a little bit earlier in the drive. Still, Chanute is shown on defense. They've given up big plays. Got to buckle down. 53 more seconds. Try to keep Piper off the board. Receivers split out to each side. Ladish going to call for the snap. Man in motion. He'll look to throw. Got a man going down the sideline. And a flag going to come out as Erb battling.
That's got to be on the offense. He ran right over Eric.
Is there another flag on the field?
I think, yep, it's right back here by the circle.
Still don't see it. Oh, I see it. And it's right there on the
right
yellow.
on the line, yeah.
Yeah, the yellow soccer line.
Quarterback just took his helmet off. You can't have his helmet off. He's got to take a play off. They got to take a timeout.
Ooh, good catch by the coaches up here in the box. Ladish took his helmet off on the field. Per Acacia rules, you've got to go off the field or take a timeout.
Correct. I think they're both on Piper, both penalties.
We'll see what the official call is. Still waiting for the official. Yeah. Mic not working real well. So we get a block in the back on Piper. Pass interference on Chanute. Penalties offset. Still be second down. Oh, unsportsmanlike on Piper. So didn't know the
we must have missed something. I was following the ball down the field. And
yeah, absolutely. So the two penalties offset, but the unsportsmanlike was after the play. So that's a dead ball penalty. So that will move it back. And it'll still be second down. So it's second down and a lot.
How far is it?
39.
Didn't we have 4th and 39 or 3rd and 39 earlier in the year?
Well, 2nd and 39. We're going to go trips to the near side for Ladish. Ladish going to roll out. And a little tricky play there as they gave that one to their back, Zane Pudens. Pudens going to pick up about 5, and Chanute taking a timeout here. Thoughts on the timeout, Jay?
I think they're just taking a timeout to make sure to let the
I think they're trying to get the ball back to put it in the air.
Well, how much time is left?
41 seconds.
Well, it's third down, though.
Yeah.
I think he's just telling the DBs and the safeties, don't let them run past you and get open deep and catch a ball there.
I don't know. I mean, that play was over, and Frizzell was right there by the official getting the timeout ASAP. That felt like an aggressive timeout.
Well,
I get, hey, you want the lead at half, absolutely. You've had a lot of things go wrong as far as giving up big plays and stuff like that.
I still want to know why they got away with him not coming off the field.
Yeah, you know, you can make the argument all the officials were discussing and nobody saw it. But, I mean, that's pretty much the only argument I think you can make. Right. I'm gonna go with the coaches here. You know, you're 9-0 for a reason.
Absolutely.
All right, you're 9-0 for a reason. You got here playing your style of football. Let's hope that timeout doesn't come back to haunt you. Piper will send trips to the far side. Ladish in the shotgun set. And they'll throw a screen pass out to Vigil. Following blockers as Seamster will push him out of bounds. Hey, that saves you a timeout, I guess, if that was your play.
Right. What did he pick up on that?
He picked up about 10.
Who was that to? Vigil again?
Vigil. So it's going to be 4th and 24.
You can't let nobody get deep past you here.
That's it. Not to try to pick on a player. Seamster's muffed a couple of punts this year. If I'm Piper, I've surely seen that on film.
Absolutely.
I just kick this ball as high as possible. And they will kick it over towards Leedy. And it will roll out of bounds, and the clock will stop with 31 seconds at the 18-yard line. So Chanute's got to go 81 3/4 yards, 31 seconds. Chanute does have a timeout. We'll see what the Blue Comets choose to do. Do they sit on this, take a knee, go into halftime tied at 21, or do the Blue Comets go for it? Take a shot.
I think maybe take a shot on the first play.
You got the wind at your back.
That ain't been in our favor tonight. We saw how that worked out on that deep shot to Dean earlier.
Not yet, anyway. Chanute's going to send 2 receivers out to each side. Piper playing fairly tight coverage. Herb gets the snap. He'll look to run it. Trying to follow blockers, and Herb just going to get stuck to 26. Chanute going to take the timeout. 24 seconds left. Chanute was hoping to pick up much more there, but Coach Frizzell still going to use the timeout. So Chanute,
it doesn't hurt. You can't take them with you. So
Chanute probably going to need to get this near midfield. So you're going to need probably 25 to 30 yards on this play. You got 24 seconds. Get up on the ball, spike it, and then hope for one last heave.
Unless you get out of bounds.
Unless you get out of bounds.
Pray for pass interference.
Not many times you see that call in this situation, but the big thing I would say is on a normal night, you know, say they get down to the 45 and Eric Erb needs to take a shot 45 to 50 yards of the end zone. Normal night, maybe. He can get it there, but it's going to take a perfect throw almost. With this wind, yeah, it's possible. Chanute will send trips to the far side. See if they run a screen pass over there.
Well, I think, is this Dean down here one-on-one at the bottom?
They're going to run a screen to Seamster. And good play design, but good coverage there. As pass was complete.
What did he pick up, 6 there?
Chain gang hasn't moved yet, so the clock hasn't started. And now the clock running.
Chains aren't set.
Well, the official wanted the clock to be running, but it was not. By rule, would this be a 10-second runoff? Because the clock did not start when it was supposed to?
The chain gang wasn't set, so.
The ball was set, though.
Oh.
Well, Chanute losing time here. Erb going to air one out, looking for Dean, and that falls incomplete. And, you know, that's all right because it stops the clock. It'll be 2nd and 10. Officials were just kind of talking about what was going on. Chanute wasn't really ready to run a play, and the official just blew his whistle to start the clock. Chanute lost out on about 4 seconds there because of the official's miscue, but in the end, I'm not sure if it will be that big of a deal or not. A lot of confusion over here between the officials as they'll walk over to discuss with Coach Frizzell.
Well, see, that one official keeps pushing them back, even though the ball's marked ready.
And they're taking 3 more seconds off the clock just because. That's a questionable call, to say the least, as it feels like there should have been maybe a few more seconds, not a few less seconds. So this will likely be the final play of the second quarter. Erb gets the snap as he's running around, juking defenders. Now just throws one up into the air. It falls incomplete. And Erb took a shot at the end of that play. Seamster now sharing words with many Piper defenders. And I think we're going to have an exciting second half of football, Jay, because there is no love on the field right now between these two teams. But at the half, it's lived up to the billing. It's Piper 21, Chanute 21. We'll send it back to the studio for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have your Row Motors and Trailer Sales halftime show. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School. Piper 21, Chanute 21. And what has been, I don't even know what the right word to use is.
A slobber knocker.
Well, that's one word to use. It's been an exciting first half. There's been some unsportsmanlike penalties. There's been pass interference both ways. There's been a whole mess of things that have gone on, and in the end, we're going to start the third quarter with this game essentially tied 0-0.
Starting all over.
Can't ask for much more than that. You want to do stats?
Oh, sure, why not? Let's see. For Piper, Landis, 10 carries for 36 yards and 1 touchdown. V. Hill, 1 carry for 46 yards. Padutz, how you say his name?
Pudens,
1 carry, 2 carries for 6 yards. Eskridge, 2 carries for 14. Henson, 1 carry for 6. Clements, 1 carry for 4. Backridge, 1 carry for 9. And Rear Jeanette, 1 carry for 6 yards and a touchdown. Landis is 4 of 7 passing for 75 yards and a touchdown. V. Hill, 3 catches for 30 yards. Lahiro.
I don't know if that's how you say it.
Well, that's all right. You're the name guy. 1 catch for 45 yards and a touchdown. For Chanute, Leedy, 5 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Harding, 4 carries for 19 yards and a touchdown. Seamster, 1 carry for 7. Herb, 5 carries for 15. Herb is 4 of 9 passing for 45 yards. Seamster is 1 of 1 passing for 80 yards and a touchdown. Dean has 2 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown. Seamster, 1 catch for 6. And Leedy, 2 catches for 35. I noticed that we're not running a lot of those little tunnel screens that we normally run to Seamster coming across the middle.
Not yet. They tried there towards the end, and it was pretty good coverage from Piper. Again, it's been an exciting one here so far in this one. We've had a lot of action going on across the state. As we mentioned earlier, 72 games across the state to take place either tonight or tomorrow. So if you do your math, that's 144 teams remaining.
Yes,
right?
correct.
I had to think about it. But, yeah, so 72 games, 18 of those games taking place tonight. We do have some scores, some of them surprising, some of them not. I'll start with the games that are not surprising at all. Andale 31, Pratt 0. Not surprising at all. Little surprising, Clay Center 21, Wichita Collegiate nothing. A little surprising there.
Little surprise.
Heston 11, Rock Creek 6. Thought Rock Creek would win that one. Rock Creek scored 78 points last week. They have 6 at halftime. Here's the somewhat local. I'm sure it'll have the attention of some people. Third quarter, Caney Valley 16, Council Grove 3.
That's very interesting.
That would be a big win for the Bullpups.
Yes, it would.
If they could get it done. Actually, I have an updated score from that Andale-Pratt game. It's 45-0 at half, Andale.
Oh.
Columbus 14, Galena 6.
Is Columbus 3A now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 6-man score. You want one of those?
Absolutely.
Cunningham 65, Natoma 0. 8-man Division 2, Axtell 50, Hutch Central Christian 0. 8-man Division 1, Linden 50, Mound Ridge 0. South Sumner County 30, Chase County 24. I believe those were 2 one-loss teams, or one of them was undefeated. It was a really good matchup.
We should go watch 6-man football.
They're all in western Kansas. I've made that trip once this year. I'm good. And then some 5A and 6A scores. These ones, to me, are somewhat interesting. The 2-seed DeSoto, 42. 7-seed Spring Hill, 0. That's half. And then this one, an 11-14 matchup. Yes, both teams pulling off the upset last week. Blue Valley Southwest, 28. Emporia, 7. I had Emporia in that one, so not feeling too hot about that.
Did Coffeyville play tonight?
I'll play tomorrow.
They play tomorrow?
Play tomorrow at Circle High School. 2 more scores in 6A. Olathe West 21, Blue Valley 7. That's late second quarter. And this one, very interesting to me, as before this game got moved to tonight, I was actually planning to attend this said game I'm about to mention. Those that don't know, while we've mentioned multiple times, I attended Coffeyville. I graduated from Cherryville. I called games for Independence for 8 years, so kind of feel like Montgomery County. I got a lot of homage down there. I actually spent 3 years of my high school. I'm not an Army brat. I just moved a lot. It's 3 years of my high school to Olathe Northwest. Go Ravens. They are the 6th seed in the playoffs in 6A. They're taking on 3rd-seeded Olathe South. So Falcons and Ravens in the crosstown matchup. And that game late second quarter tied at 21. Olathe South dominated the regular season game when those two teams played, but Northwest Ravens, they're going to make a postseason push here. Raven Nation, stand up.
Playoffs are a different beast.
Playoffs are definitely different. It's going to see if there's any other scores. We do have some scores. One that's not surprising, one very interesting. Aquinas 21, Lewisburg 0. Private school,
right.
Whatever. St. James Academy 21, Atchison 17. So Atchison, the Atchison Phoenix might be my favorite mascot out there.
Are they not they're the 2 seed in the East?
They are the 2 seed. They are undefeated. They're 9-0 as well. They haven't been ranked all year though. They have been. I mean, nobody has respected Atchison. They don't play a tough schedule. Nobody really thought Atchison was anything. Now, to be fair, Chanute has not played a tough schedule. I'm not going to throw another team completely under the bus.
Right.
Unless you're a private school, then I'll say everything negative in the world about you. That's just kind of my thing, if you haven't caught that yet.
No, not us at all.
But Atchison right there with St. James. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in that one. That could be massive for Atchison, as they would actually get the winner of Aquinas Lewisburg. Imagine Atchison knocking off a private school in St. James. What's your reward? Oh, another private school.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's
man, that would just be so rough. Everybody in the state of Kansas would be so excited to see a public school beat a private school. Don't act like that doesn't happen. Back in, was it 2017, 18? Every year it was, Chanute in basketball went up to Miege and knocked off the Stags in state basketball, or in the sub-state championship. Let me tell you, there was people in like Texas, St. Louis, we're like, wait a minute. Bishop Miege lost to a town called, Chanute?
Oh.
I mean, news stations were covering it, like big news stations, like not even around here. When those schools lose to public schools in 4A, it's a big deal.
Oh, absolutely.
So anxious to see how that one goes. Again, here in this one, it's tied at 21, Chanute and Piper. It's lived up to the billing. We mentioned it, Piper, probably one of the best 8 seeds ever.
Absolutely.
They're 5-3, and their 3 losses came to 3 really tough schools. I was going to pull up their schedule for you just so you'd see. They lost to Baser Linwood, who was, the 5 seed?
They lost last week, though. Correct?
To St. James, I believe.
Oh.
They were the 7 seed.
Yes, 7.
That was 17-16. So Baser Linwood barely knocked off Piper. Washburn Rural, who is 5A, 37-10. DeSoto, who was the 2 seed in 5A, beat Piper 24-0. It was a tight game. So this is a Piper team. They're good. Their wins have come against Shawnee Heights, Topeka West, KC Turner, Leavenworth, Topeka Seaman, and then Tonganoxie last week.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team, but Chanute's a good football team, too. A few mental mistakes here and there, and, little things. Give a big play there on 4th and forever for a touchdown. That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, definitely so. That was a tough one for sure.
And, we gave them a short field on one of their touchdowns. We had a punt that the snap went over Ty's head, and he had to run back there and chase it down.
If you're watching on our live stream, do bear with us real quick, as looks like we lost contact with the studio. I was trying to get back there so our listeners can listen on the radio. So we'll obviously want to get this one back on the air before halftime as teams have come out. There's still 2 minutes on the clock, but they will likely put 3 more to let the team stretch. As again, it's been a very, very, very exciting yet sloppy. No love lost. This game's had everything in the first half, and for those that have traveled from, if you came from Piper, if you live here in town, if you came up from Independence to support John Black or Neota Shea, or if you came down from Humboldt because the Cubs don't play till tomorrow and you wanted to come support a somewhat local team, you have got your money's worth. Obviously, if you're one of the first 150 in, you were going to get your money's worth regardless because that was free. But this game, man, it's pretty much all you can ask for playoff football. It's been exciting. I can only imagine how much better the second half could be. And we're just a few minutes away from finding out. It's got about 3.5, 4 minutes until second half kickoff. We're actually going to send it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have a little bit more of your Row Motors and Trailer Sales halftime show. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, and we're going to tie 21 apiece here. We've got about a minute before we get to the third quarter. Real quick, Jay, we do this every week. I didn't want to forget best college game of the week.
Tennessee, Georgia.
Yeah, obviously. Second best college game of the week.
Alabama, LSU.
No, it's K-State, Texas.
Oh, that's third best.
Nobody cares about Alabama.
Yeah.
Everybody wants Alabama to lose.
Duh, that's why I care about it.
All right, that's fair. Best game in the Big 12.
K-State, Texas.
Thank you.
There.
I thought you were
You're
going to
happy?
say OU Baylor, but thank you.
I mean, as an OU fan, I really don't even care about that game.
Battle for fourth place, right?
Yeah, battle for the Independence Weed Eater Bowl.
And NFL game this week. What do you got?
I don't even know. I mean, Chiefs-Titans Sunday night's probably the best game.
It'll be a good one, I think.
I mean, I don't think there's
playoff seeding will. I mean, that game's going to matter late in the season, I believe.
Well, Chiefs are favored by 13.5.
That's the spread, but we'll see.
That's the only thing I got is that's
all
a
right.
crazy
Well,
spread.
It'll be a fun weekend of football. We're going to finish this one up and start the weekend of football here on Thursday night. We've got 24 minutes at least of football left to play in this one. We'll see if the Blue Comets can come away with the regional championship. 2 more quarters to go. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here to start the second half, and a little bit of a change to start the second half as Chanute will kick off, and it'll be Brian Jackett handling the kickoff duties. Onside kick?
He's not backed up real far.
So Jackett's got it lined up, and nope, Jackett will kick it deep, and that will bounce off the receiver at the 15. He's got a little bit of room, tries to find the hole, runs into a wall, and eventually goes down at the 32.
Hey, at least they're not at midfield to start this time.
Yeah. As I was looking down the sideline, see if I believe Vaughn's out there. They just decided to give Jackett an opportunity. Yeah, Vaughn's standing there about the 45-yard line, so just choosing to give Jackett the opportunity on that kickoff.
You know, I think the crowd needs to keep the same intensity they have on the kickoffs, and they just kind of, you know, plays over and they kind of just go silent.
So 1st and 10 for Ladish. Got a receiver to the near side of the field. Other than that, tight formation. They send a man in motion. They're going to give to Eskridge. Eskridge tries to cut back, picks up about a yard, nothing more. Set up 2nd and 9. Piper at their own 33-yard line.
Good job of staying home there by the defense, not over pursuing.
Chanute trying to get a stop here to get momentum back to start this 3rd quarter.
I mean, not to complain, but I'll bring it up here in a minute after this play.
All right. Same formation, receiver to the near side of the field. Ladish man in motion, fakes the handoff. Ladish going to keep it himself, and he'll be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That'll set up 3rd and 2 for this Piper offense. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, I mean, I just want to bring up that I thought it was a penalty to have 12 men in the offensive huddle because they just, now see, they have 2 leaving now and 2 coming on the last play. Their guys from the sideline jogged in and got in the huddle before the guy left. So that's 12 men in the huddle. That's a penalty. But, you know, the officials really haven't watched everything all year anyway.
Whoa. So big 3rd down play, 3rd and 2. There's lots of substitutions for Piper. Ladish calling for the snap. Man does go in motion. Ladish going to keep it himself. He'll pick up the 1st and more. He'll pick up 6 on the carry.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of him here in the second half.
Yeah, Ladish runs hard, that's for sure. I hate this comparison, but I'm going to do it. A little bit of Josh Allen in him. I like Josh Allen. He's like the one guy in the AFC that I'm worried about as a Chiefs fan. You know what I mean?
You're not worried about Ryan Tannehill?
You know. 1st down play. They'll give it on the end around. That's Miguel Martin, and Martin breaking tackles. Ball comes out.
Chanute's got it.
And waiting for the official. Yep, they say Chanute football.
You said that was Martinez with the carry?
That was number 24, Miguel Martin. Yes, official, Chanute football. And what a play by the defense. That's what this team needed, was a turnover. Chanute must capitalize and take a lead on this possession. This could be a game-changing turnover.
Big play right there. I don't know who picked that ball up for us, but Johnny on the spot.
I don't see Johnny on the spot on the roster.
He's right
It's
down
also
there.
a weird last name.
He's right down there. He's right by. Recovered that fumble.
Is that like hyphenated, one word?
It's hyphenated.
On the spot?
On the spot.
Got it. So 2 backs in the backfield with Herb. Ball at the 43-yard line. Going to pass it out quick to Dean, and Dean going to fight forward. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6. Where they spotted. Yeah, it'll be a 6-yard reception, and Herb got rid of that ball quick. It was a hair low, but with as fast as Herb released that, you're just happy it got into the hands of Dagan Dean.
Happy he didn't spike it into the ground there.
So 2nd and 4. Chanute 2 receivers to the far side of the field, 2 backs in the backfield. And Dillo goes a little early here on the near side. It'll be a false start. And that'll make it 2nd and 9. So tough break there for the Blue Comets. Is really good first down play to pick up 6. Kind of opened up the whole playbook on 2nd down, but now 2nd and 9. We'll see what the Blue Comets choose to do. Herb on the sideline discussing with Coach Frizzell what play to call here, and now we'll go relay that message to the offense. They break the huddle with 12 on the play clock. Same formation as before. They'll send Leedy, motion him up. Herb going to keep this one himself, tries to cut up field, and Herb's going to pick up 2, maybe 3, and closer to 2. It's going to set up 3rd and 7 on the play. And that's one of the few times we've seen a called run play to the quarterback for Chanute.
Yeah, the Piper came with that run blitz there and right through the A gap. And
give Piper's defense credit. They've played well. And Chanute's touchdowns have all pretty much been on big plays or short fields.
Yeah.
Reed going to come into the huddle late as Harding comes out. They'll send trips to the far side of the field. Play clock down to 5. Piper defense pressuring. Now they'll pull off the blitz a little bit. Good block on the outside. Pass is complete to Seamster. Makes one man miss, and they'll say he stepped out of bounds. But still a first down. Good job by Eric Herb to complete that one to Seamster. Good job there on the backside of that offensive line, picking up a late block as the linebackers were coming in late.
What did he pick up there?
Looks like about 15, 14 on the play. So 1st and 10, Chanute on the Piper 41-yard line.
Good job to convert there on 3rd down. Keep the offense out there.
2 receivers split out to each side. Herb gives to Leedy. And Leedy just nowhere to go. He might have lost a yard even. Yep, that'll be a loss of 1 for Leedy. It's a big D line Piper has, especially those 2 guys up the gut.
You know, and they seem to blitz every time because it's not like you could chip the defensive line and slide over and catch a linebacker.
2 receivers to the far side. They'll move Leedy up once again. Now they'll send Seamster in motion. They'll give to Seamster. Seamster looking for the hole. Tries to make one man miss, spinning, as he'll pick up 4 on the carry. And that'll set up 3rd and 7. As Leedy comes off to the sideline. Leedy got twisted up a little bit.
Yeah, uh-oh. Looks like he's trying to stretch it out.
So big 3rd down play, 3rd and 7 for the Blue Comets. They were able to convert last time on the completion to Seamster. They'll send trips to the near side. Dean, the lone receiver, on the far side of the field. Herb gets the snap. He rolls over to the one side of the field. Pass is complete to Dean. Dean tries to duck under the defender, and he'll get enough for the first down, as that pass will go for 11 yards. Needed 7. Eric Herb trusting his senior counterpart in Dagan Dean. Chanute now down to the 28-yard line. They've got it 1st and 10.
Methodically picking their way down the field here.
Herb trotting out onto the field. Play clock already down to 15. He's yet to get to the huddle. Chanute going to have to go quick this time.
Well, they seem to break the huddle with about 10 every time, and they seem to get it off.
2 backs in the backfield. Play clock down to 2. Herb gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's got Leedy in the flat. Pass is complete. Leedy makes one man miss. Now racing down the sideline and pushed out. Ooh, they're going to say he stepped out at the 8-yard line. Nonetheless, it'll be 1st and goal.
20-yard pickup there for. Is that right? 20
Yeah,
there?
20 yards on the pass completion from Herb to Leedy. And most of it was Leedy after the catch, proving that he belongs out on this field.
Hey, when he goes, the Chanute offense goes.
Absolutely. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield once again. Linebackers pressing. Herb going to keep it himself. Jukes the defender, now spins. And Eric Herb gets up inside the 3. It's probably the most elusive we've seen Eric be so far this season. We know he's got it, but hasn't had to show it a lot.
Right.
His run game.
Well, you know, like I said earlier, they're blitzing that A gap every time, and
yeah, they ran a little bit to his left, and he just tucked it and went right next to him. So 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll bring in the heavy set package. Herb going to give to Leedy. Leedy rolling on the inside, gets down inside the 1-yard line. And Herb saying, let me take this. And yeah, I agree. I would go that same formation and just let Herb sneak this one in. Ball located inside the 1-yard line.
I might have been saying that was my fault because it seemed like he stumbled a little bit coming out from under center.
Well, regardless, I want Eric Herb to take this.
Well, you're not in charge, fella.
Same formation. Eric Herb under center.
Eric's
He'll
going,
take the
yeah.
snap. They'll push forward. Herb dives over the top of the pile. Touchdown, Blue Comets. Eric Herb from 1 yard out. Blue Comets go on top 27-21 with 4:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. And for the first time tonight, Chanute successfully has a drive go all the way down the field, and they finish it off with a touchdown. They've had a lot of big plays, and they've had some short fields. Extra point is up, and it's good. So 4:27 to play, 28-21. Blue Comets up a touchdown. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, Blue Comets leading 28-21. 4:27 to play in the 3rd quarter. Chanute has had everything go right so far to start this 3rd quarter. They got a turnover, went right down the field, got points on the board. All the momentum in the hands of the Blue Comets right now. They've got to find a way to keep that momentum and not let Piper spark fire.
Well, you know, that's what we needed to start the second half. After the first half, nothing seemed to go our way.
Jacket to kick it off once again. And booms this kick. My goodness. As that one lands in the end zone, and
he done broke the lights.
Half of the stadium lights have gone out. Should have played on Friday.
I think that's why Jacket's kicking off, because Vaughn gets
the lights went out?
Well, Vaughn gets the ball higher up in the air.
That makes more sense.
Thanks.
So there will be a delay here, as it takes a minute to get these lights turned back on.
Well, at least nobody's playing the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Don't tempt them.
Why not? Well, we're going to have to come back tomorrow night to finish the game.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. We got a lot of people on phone. Is it just the one light that's out?
I can't tell.
It looks like I can't tell if the one over here is on.
I mean,
they picked up on that.
They did. I think it's out too, because the way as dark as it is down there at that end.
I don't know. It's definitely darker in that corner.
Well, yeah. I mean,
so yeah, they've got the music on, lights out.
No.
So looks like the whole both north light poles are currently dark. So
we forgot to pay the bill.
Hey, have you seen Chanute's utilities? If I was a school, I wouldn't pay him either.
They don't got to come to the other side.
Tell you what, utilities in this town have like tripled. I guess it's just the northeast light pole that is out.
That's really weird that just one of them went off.
That's definitely concerning. It would make more sense if like two of them. I would assume that like two of them are on one breaker.
Right. Well,
do you think each pole's on a breaker?
Oh,
Surely.
absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Just Brett and Jay, your local electrician.
If this is back in the olden days, I mean, back before our time, everybody just pull their car up on the track.
Well, I was
going
to say, everybody that's parked in the front row,
just
go turn your
lights,
vehicle around and
right.
turn your lights on, and let's get this show on the road.
Well, they would just pull them in here on the track and line that end up. I mean, I'd feel really bad for the teams that are going. Chanute at this moment going that way, because the lights would be right in their eyes.
So, yeah, not quite sure how long this is going to take. We are going to send it back to the studio right now, and we're going to take a 2-minute timeout, try to assess the situation here. And when we come back, we will have an update for you. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. back here at Chanute High School, and our update is no update. I got nothing for you.
Good job, Brett.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's still dark. Teams are just kind of hanging out. I wouldn't say on their sidelines, but near their sidelines as some of the players kind of out on the field. If you're tuning into our live stream, you can see that. And, hey, I got something to talk about.
Oh, no.
Don't
Hold on, they're blowing a whistle. Or the city's bringing the electric truck in. I hear.
That would be something, wouldn't it? Anyway, something to talk about. Let's talk about the bracket. Let's talk about the bracket. We've got them pulled up on the live stream. I'm sorry if it's hard to read. Did the best I could. I pulled these straight from the Acacia website, and that's as big as I could get it. Obviously, 3 games being played tonight. As you can see, those games, obviously, Chanute Piper here, Atchison, and St. James, which we have not got an update on that one.
It was, that was a close game, 21-14.
And then, of course, Lewisburg and Aquinas. Aquinas appeared to be in control of that, but obviously.
Stranger things have happened.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to have a score of that one. But tomorrow night, Eudora and Bishop Miege, if you recall, the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. If Chanute wins, the winner of Eudora Miege would come here. If Piper wins, they would travel to either team.
Oh, that's a 4-5 matchup, right?
That is the 4-5 matchup indeed, yes. Some score updates for you. Rock Creek, who was down 11-6 at halftime, won 21-11. Caney Valley, as we mentioned earlier, upsets Council Grove 16-3. Clay Center all over Wichita Collegiate. A little surprising, I suppose, in that one. And, yeah, still no update on the St. James Atchison game.
Aquinas is winning 33-0.
Okay.
St. James 28, Atchison 17.
Well, they've pulled ahead 2 scores.
Olathe North Ravens 28.
Whoa!
Olathe South 21.
Olathe who?
Whoever they're playing. Olathe North.
North what?
High School.
Northwest.
Well, it just says Olathe North. I can only give you what I can give you. But they're winning.
Dude.
The Ravens are winning. How about that?
Thank you. But, yeah.
Good night.
Call Olathe Northwest, Olathe North. It's like calling Oklahoma State.
It happens.
Yeah, so a whole lot of nothing going on here right now.
No.
Columbus leading Galena 21-14. There's a minute 12 to play in that one, so that one going down to the wire. What's going on in the NFL tonight on the other Thursday night games?
Nobody's watching that because we're here live.
Well, I mean, I'm with you there. But I was just trying to give people an update. That way they wouldn't want to turn on Amazon Prime.
Astros are leading the Phillies 2-1 at the bottom of the 5th.
Ooh, trash can Astros over the Phillies.
And here you go. 14-14, Eagles, Texans.
Hey, who scored for the Texans? Not that I have.
Really?
Just curious.
For the Texans, let's see here. Well, David Mills has thrown 2 touchdown passes.
No.
One to C.J. Moore. And one to, oh, Lordy, I'm not, Quilton Terrell.
Huh.
Yeah.
Names aren't really your thing.
No, I'm the numbers guy.
We've established that.
Right. At Dorset has 2 catches for 42. Pierce has 14 carries for 86 for them. Oh, O.J. Howard.
What's Howard got?
1 catch, 14 yards.
What's Pierce got rushing?
Just told you. 86.
Has 86 yards rushing?
Yes, on 14 carries.
Hey, A Pierce touchdown would make for a good evening for you and I, Jay.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Everything else is looking okay to this point. And they're firing some T-shirts into the crowd right now, the cheerleaders.
Well, they got to have something to do, too. I mean, they're just as bored as we are.
You're bored?
Well,
I'm
no,
not bored.
I know you're not bored. We're talking football. I'm not bored.
It's just kind of like having a second halftime show.
Right. Well, the zebra, we got 2 zebras down here and 3 zebras out there.
Somebody call the zoo. They're going to have to give teams time to warm up again.
Yeah, there's going to be another 3-minute warm-up period.
I was somewhat joking when I said that, but if this goes on much longer, there legitimately could be.
Well, the Chanute players are out there trying to stay loose. So.
Yeah, I saw one player for Piper just jog down to the end zone a little bit.
So,
what down is it? I don't even remember what down it is.
I don't know. Well, look at the scoreboard. It's right over here.
It says 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, because we just kicked off.
Oh, yeah, the touchback. Yeah, the touchback's what
He blew the lights.
Brian Jacket blew out the lights.
Powerful leg by that there young man.
Yes. We saw Jacket handle the kickoff duties early in the season, that first game. But
well, because Vaughn was playing soccer, correct?
Yeah, and it's been been Vaughn the rest of the way.
Well, like I said, Vaughn gets the ball higher up in the air, and Jacket just kicks a missile.
Jacket just smokes the ball. And those lights, just aren't even.
They're not even flickering like
they're
coming back on.
Not at all. So, be a late night for Piper. Now, all right, here's something to talk about, and give me your opinion.
Oh, I had something I was going to tell you. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
Did you see that, Bradley Chubb got traded to the Dolphins?
Yes.
Signed a $110 million extension
119.
Today. Well, there's probably some other bonus in there that they ain't talking about on here.
For 5 years, but yeah. A note on that, as a Chiefs fan, Bradley Chubb, good player.
Not what I thought he'd be coming out of college.
No, I expected him to be a lot better, and I didn't see him being a 5-year, $119 million player.
Well,
that's for sure. But
when you first come out of college and you got Von Miller on the other side of the line from you, you should be racking sacks up.
You would think
left
so.
and right.
Well, last year, once Miller left, he was.
Oh, we got one light on.
With a very sarcastic cheer from the crowd.
Right.
Those lights.
Two. Listen to the crowd.
Those lights take a while to get going.
I think the crowd's going to cheer every time one comes on. And now we stopped at 3 lights. Yep, that's it. We're going to get 3 lights.
Let's stop there. Well, I don't remember what I was going to ask you. It probably wasn't a very good question anyway.
All right, good.
But it appears we may be getting closer and closer. As even though some of these lights are coming on, they're not exactly bright.
No, that's what they're going to have to worry about. I mean, you got to have enough. It's still awful dark down here in this corner down here. I think our spotter we asked wasn't the best spotter.
Who was that?
Yeah, you know. She gets that from her mama.
You're saying that was your very own daughter helping us out
That
tonight?
was my very own daughter helping us out. My other daughter was supposed to be here running the camera for us, but she decided she needed to go to work.
Yeah, running the camera for us, not a very high-paying gig. But, hey, if anyone's ever interested,
yeah, come on down.
Contact us, and, you can come hang out with us. We're more than welcome to come and hang and talk about what your favorite games of the week are in college and pro for the 3 minutes we talk about it during halftime. Other than that, please.
Don't talk.
Yeah, keep quiet if you could. Final score, Columbus 21, Galena 14. I believe that's a little bit of an upset.
I believe so. Columbus had a down year.
And Galena was pretty decent. if I'm remembering right, is I can't pull up that bracket.
I think they're out there with both coaches right now. Is that right?
Yeah, it appears so. And let's take a look at that 3A bracket. And that Galena Columbus game is, they're going to show us records. Galena came into the game 7-2. Columbus came into the game 4-5. So yeah, a little bit of an upset there. They played earlier in the year, and Galena won 36-22. So
that's
yeah.
what I thought. I thought that Galena had beat them earlier in the year. Hey, I think we're about to get ready to have some football here.
So coaches out there still discussing. Players making their way out there. It feels dark.
Well, that's what I was saying down at this end. It looks dark down there. It might be because I'm looking through 2 panes of glass too, but
That might have something to do with it. So I'd like to imagine that they get going and another light goes out. So it appears we may be about ready to go. I think the official is going to make an announcement.
nope, he just said first down. See, this is the energy the crowd needs to have every time the Chanute defense is out there. Oh, here we go. We're back live football.
So we a quick screen pass. That one goes into the hands of Mason LaHero, and he'll be tackled hard after picking up 4. And a game that now has shades of Super Bowl 47, where the lights went out in New Orleans. We will see if the Blue Comets can hold on to a lead here, similar to the Baltimore Ravens back in 2015. I think that's when that was. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. What year was that? 2000.
The Harbaugh Bowl. That's all
The Har Bowl. So 2nd and 6. And got a whistle. And head coach John Black going to take a timeout because apparently 20 minutes wasn't long enough to figure out what they wanted to do on this drive. So we'll take 30 seconds with them when we come back. 3:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, we got 2nd and 6 for Piper with 3:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. Do have a final: St. Thomas Aquinas 40, Lewisburg 0. That was a very tough Lewisburg team, man. That's just a shame, really.
That's a shame. You know, big possession here for the Chanute defense.
Ladish gives it to Eskridge, I believe.
Cade Small, a little slow to get up.
Yeah, Small, like he took a shot. So that was enough for a first down on the play.
Was that Eskridge on the carry?
Yeah, number 4, Freddie Eskridge on that carry.
What'd they give him on that?
7.
Oh, sorry.
Good. So 1st and 10 from the 30. Ladish gets the snap. He'll give to the end-around man. That's number 10, Jamar Rier Jarrett. And not much running room.
Hey, the defense did sorry. Didn't mean to step
go
on
ahead.
you. The defense did a really good job of continuing to tackle till the whistle was blown right there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the mistake of not doing that earlier in the game. And able to take advantage, finish off the tackle, and set up a second down play here for the Piper offense. Nose of the football touching the 31. Call it 2nd and 9 officially. Ladish got one receiver split out, now sends the man in motion. He'll fake it and nearly lost the football. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Ball went flying up in the air, right back into his hands. And Ladish, big hole there. He's able to pick up 6 on the carry. We'll set up 3rd and 4. Just under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Cade Small down here on the sideline trying to stretch it out.
I definitely need him in there. Four receivers this time, 2 to each side.
Yeah. Quarterback draw.
Keeps this one. Ladish going to look to throw, and the pass is high, incomplete. Herb there on the coverage. And it looks like Herb's helmet got stuck in the jersey of Lahiro. And Lahiro was trying to pull away. You could tell Herb was like, whoa, 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 don't go. Good sportsmanship shown there by both guys. Nobody got hurt. And Piper, they're going to punt.
I would not trust this.
I would not trust this
See
at all.
that young man over there on the sideline? Oh, he just stepped off. Okay.
Chanute not going to send anybody back deep.
I do not blame them.
And it will indeed be a punt. That ball will roll out of bounds as, man, that's going to be a 12-yard punt. As it bounced at about the 46 of Chanute and bounced backwards out of bounds. Couldn't tell. That ball got really close to touching Eric Herb as it just kind of died in the wind.
It did there, and you know, you can definitely tell. You know, you said something earlier about him passing away today. And that definitely wasn't a Ray Guy punt right there.
Respect to Ray Guy. Why you got to bring up Raiders? He is the only pure punter in the NFL Hall of Fame, so had a heck of a career, Ray Guy did.
That he did.
So Blue Comets up 7 with the football. An opportunity to take advantage. Wind at their back for another minute 22. Chanute going to take a shot. He's got Seamster. Pass is complete. What a catch. Caden Seamster down the sideline, down to the 23-yard line, as that pass will go for 26 yards. Chanute smartly putting the ball in the air with the wind at their back, trying to go up 2 possessions here.
That's a good catch by Seamster there, adjusting his body and making sure he secured the ball.
He turned his body around and high-pointed that football right before the defensive back could make a play. Clock now under 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. And Herb now running to the sideline to get a call. Play clock down to 10. Chanute doing a good job of getting set. Herb gets the snap with 1 second. Completes one out to the flat to Seamster. Ball comes out. We'll see who's got the football.
Are they going to call that a catch? Chanute ball still, right?
I think Dagan Dean came out with that football. I don't know how Dagan Dean came away with that football, but my goodness, Chanute catches a break.
What do you think he picked up before he put that on the ground? 5 yards?
Well, the ball was at the 23. Lost it at about 18. So, yeah, we'll say 5. And then it was recovered up at the 12. So it is enough for the first down. Blue Comets will have it 1st and 10 from the Piper 12. Likely be the last play of the third quarter. Herb will give to Leedy. Leedy trying to go outside. Hurdles a man. Ty Leedy, touchdown! Blue Comets, Ty Leedy making a statement with the hurdle. Blue Comets up 2 possessions.
That's a man-sized touchdown run right there.
Wow! Ty Leedy, a little man, big respect.
Hell of a touchdown run there.
High snap, Vaughn gets the kick up, and it splits the uprights. It's good. With 6 seconds to play in the third quarter, Chanute 35, Piper 21. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 35-21 on an unbelievable touchdown run from Ty Leedy. Wow.
That was a run.
That was a man run.
I hate to say this, but visions of Josh Allen.
Stop.
I just had to throw that in there to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking of it. And, yeah, as just pointed out to me, Chanute gets another kickoff with the wind at their back with 6 seconds to play.
That's very important.
We'll see if Jacket just tries to blow this one out of the back of the end zone once again.
That would be correct.
He'll give it a ride, and that'll go out of bounds, unfortunately. So ball spotted at the 35, but not the end of the world.
No. You know, the Piper's been starting about midfield, so, I mean, 35, it's not a bad place. We'll have one more play here in the third quarter.
Hey, here's a score for you. Do you know who has the nation's longest winning streak?
No.
It is Bixby, Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
They currently trail 31-14 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter to Jinx.
I could see that.
I really hope I reported that correct.
I think we're kicking again.
Was there a penalty?
I do not know.
Or did Piper choose to move Chanute back?
They did. So they move them back 5?
No. Yeah. Huh. Interesting call. Piper trusting that they have athletes that can make plays, I guess?
I guess so. I mean, if you kick it out of bounds here, it still goes to the 35.
So Jacket to kick once again. As this one will be, muffed. And that one will roll. And now they go back into the end zone. And tackle will be made at the 14. And a costly mistake from Piper, as that will be the final play of the third quarter. And accepting a penalty will cost Piper 21 yards. Momentum clearly in the hands of Chanute, as they will take a 14-point lead into the fourth quarter. We'll take 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 12 more minutes of football to play. Fourth quarter regional title on the line for the Chanute Blue Comets. As Chanute looks to play at least one more week But I think they've got their sights set on an even bigger prize than that.
But let's take it 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time. We mentioned it weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. The road to the state championship at Hummer Sports Complex in Topeka, Kansas runs through Chanute. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line for Piper. Ladish going to look to throw. It's a trick play as Seamster looking to run down the receiver, and they'll make the tackle at the 20, and LaHero gets rolled up on a little bit. But good play design there as they went with the halfback pass.
Who threw that for them? All right. They were at the, 11?
That would be number 1, Zane Pudence with the completion. And that one went for 65 yards. 64 yards, excuse me. They mark him down at the 21.
Who caught that, LaRue?
Yeah, Mason LaHero. If his parents or anybody's watching, I'm sorry.
I apologize myself.
Yeah. I gave it my best shot. They'll give on the end around this time, as that's Freddie Eskridge, and Eskridge will pick up 3, maybe 4. Looks like he'll be a 4-yard gain. They'll bring up 2nd and 6. It looks like man down for Piper. Officials blow it dead. That'll be number 83, Zach Netter. Colgan knocked off Jayhawk Lindenite 40-8. So another private school moving on in the playoffs.
I'll be so glad when they all have to play each other.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be awesome. I mean, and not have to play.
We can agree Colgan being 1A is an absolute joke.
That is
like, what's worse, Colgan being 1A or Miege being 4A?
Both. Can I take both?
C, all of the above.
Right.
Ladish going to roll out to pass. Looking for something. Pressure coming. And pass falls incomplete. That'll set up 3rd down. Good job by the Chanute secondary, as there was just absolutely nobody open.
Yeah, that was a coverage incompletion right there. You know, they just kept forcing him out and out and out and left no one open to throw to.
Ball over here on the near hash at the 16-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4, long 4, short 5. Ladish shotgun set. It's got 1 receiver to the far side of the field. Like 25, went a little early.
They went early.
That'll be a false start. Move them back 10 yards.
5 yards.
5 yards, that's what I meant. And Coach Black out arguing the call. I'm not sure what you can argue there. And I think the big issue there was number 25, Skylar Little, who went in motion. And I don't know if you noticed it, but when he went to go, he put his right foot back first to kind of take off.
Right.
Well, that's a jerking move.
Well, I mean, I've known Coach Black for a long time, and the offenses he runs.
It hasn't changed a lot.
Well, maybe you should run a traditional offense without all this jerking around stuff, and you would not have to worry about this.
So 3rd and 10 now. Ladish shotgun set. Man goes in motion. Ladish going to keep it and making defenders miss. And he'll get up to the 16. So they get the 5 back from the penalty essentially. But it'll set up a 4th down and 5. And with 10:30 to play in the 4th quarter, yeah, it's pretty much a must-go situation. Down 2 touchdowns.
Big down here for the Chanute defense.
Crowd making noise here at the Chanute Community Sports Complex. Piper gets to the line. They've got trips to the far side. Crowd getting louder. Press box shaking. It's a quick pass. It's complete. And it'll be enough for the 1st down as Vigil Gets inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. That'll set up 1st and goal. Clock runs under 10. A tough break there for the Blue Comets as they had Piper to their breaking point. An opportunity to take over on downs, but good play there by Piper on the quick pass to their favorite target, Colin Vigil. 1st and goal from the 4. Ladish man in motion. He'll keep it himself. And good job by Small to get in the backfield. He didn't make the tackle, but he made Ladish hesitate just enough that other defenders could get there.
They're going to give him no gain on that.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 4. More importantly, and I know there's still over 9 minutes, clock continuing to run.
See, they did it again. They had 13 in the huddle when they broke the huddle. That's a penalty.
Yeah, I saw it that time, Jay. You're absolutely correct. Got 2 receivers split out this time. Ladish going to give to the back, pushing forward. He'll get stuffed, man. Great tackle, Ty Leedy. Ty Leedy does not want to lose this game.
He does not.
My goodness.
Did he get down to the 1? Did they mark him down? Where'd they mark him down
Like
at?
they're down at the 2-yard line.
Who was that with the carry? Did you see?
Yeah, that was Aaron Henson on the carry. Henson definitely more of a power back. I mentioned before.
I think that young man's more of a linebacker than
Yeah,
he is a running
definitely.
back.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And he's that leading tackler for the Piper defense. So
See,
3rd and goal.
And Piper's in no hurry, down 2 scores.
Henson in the backfield once again. They'll give it on the end around, and they'll lose yardage. Great tackle in the backfield. Is that Tarter? Jace Tarter, man, coming up, making a play. And it's going to be 4th and goal from the 6. Great play.
Who was that with that carry for them?
That was Vigil on the carry.
That's a great job by Tarter to crash down on that and keep contained.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. I believe it's Piper going to take this timeout. Part of me says, yeah, they're wasting a timeout. Part of me also says that they really needed to take this timeout because you have to get this play. Turning the ball over here would be critical for this Piper team to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, and I believe that's Piper's 2nd time out there. So
yeah, they just have 1 remaining, so we'll see if that becomes a factor later on in this one. We are going to keep things here just in case. We didn't want to miss the play.
Absolutely, I agree. And both teams are well. Piper's walking back out. Chanute needs to buckle down because we've had a few miscues on 4th down here.
Yeah, Chanute definitely has momentum currently. I want to try to keep that on their side. Real quick score update, St. James 42, Atchison 17. So Atchison hung in there for a half. But
Hey,
the Phoenix did what they could. 4th and goal from the 6. Latest shotgun snap. 1 receiver split out to the far side. All kinds of trickeration.
They got him.
They gave it to Vigil. Chanute defense not fooled 1 bit, and they get the stop.
I think he lost yards there.
Yeah, you thought momentum was strong before. Chanute sideline celebrating. Still 7.5 minutes to play in this one.
Oh, they gave him a gain of 1 there.
They did give him a yard, but had to score. This definitely feels like a game that Chanute would have to do something absolutely crucial to let go of now. I'm good.
No.
I don't believe in that stuff.
I do.
I don't care.
That's why you're the talker and I'm the coach.
So the Chanute offense out on the field. Operation Run Clock officially underway.
Operation Tie, here you go.
We got 2 backs in the backfield. The linebackers cheating up as they give that one to, I think that one went to Harding.
I think so. I don't think he picked anything up, though.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Henson was in the backfield quick.
He's got our snap count timed. I'd hard count him one time.
Yeah. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Same formation.
Need to pick up at least a first down here.
I don't know. I'd consider taking a shot. Herb going to do a quick screen out to Dean. Pass was a little high. Dean was able to bring it in as there was defenders all over the place over there.
Ooh. Did he? Oh, they gave him 2 on that?
So he was falling forward when he made the catch, so definitely picked up some yards. Interesting here. It'll be 3rd and 9. Clock down to 6:20. It'll be at about 6:02 when they snap it probably. Do you go for a first down through the air, or do you just try to run and see what you can get?
I say go through the air and try to pick it up.
I run.
Well, you run.
Herb shotgun set. He will look to throw. Under pressure. He's got running room. And Eric Herb goes flying high through the air. And did he get enough for the first? We'll see where they spot him.
I think they're going to spot him short.
It's a really bad spot.
4th and
about a yard. Herb went flying high.
Well, it's about 4th and 2 there.
Now, are they sending in the punt team, or are they sending in the heavy set package?
I don't know. Seamster and Harding's, well.
I think they're going for this.
I think they are. I mean, go for the jugular right here. What did Herb pick up there? 5?
Picked up 7.
7.
See if they try to get Piper to jump off sides.
Oh, no, we're going to get a delay. Or unless we got a timeout. They called it. Oh yeah, so they're gonna waive that penalty off there.
Well, Piper's coaching staff probably not going to love that one.
They just took a penalty against us. We don't want the damn timeout. Call it first.
Oh, evidently not.
So they're going to charge the penalty and the timeout?
That isn't how it works.
No.
Well, like I've said, they haven't got everything right all year.
Yeah, that's that's a questionable one for sure. Has seen that a lot at any level. I mean, middle school they usually get that one right.
Well,
Little League they get that one right.
Right. Well, they need to bring back old Guns Hockey League. Get him out of retirement.
So
They gave us our timeout back.
Chanute will punt. If there's any issues at all, you just kick it out of bounds, right?
Absolutely.
Here's the snap. It's a good one. They're coming after it.
Oh, and they hit him.
Hammer tight. They just hammer tight.
Flag comes out. Yep. We'll see if it's roughing or running into. It wasn't a great punt.
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll get the 5 yards back, and then we can send the heavy set back
Well, we'll
out.
see if what they decide to do here, if it's roughing or running into.
Ty did a really good job acting.
I mean, he got hit.
But he acted really well.
Back 5 yards. Get his plant leg.
So waiting for the call from the official. So they're going to call running into. Chanute declining the penalty. I don't know about that.
Well, I think what it was is they declined it because they didn't want to have to risk kicking it again and maybe getting it blocked.
You don't go hard count. I mean, it would have been 4th and 1.
Right. I mean, I don't know where 4th and 2 again. But see, they got the ball at the 35. I mean, they're not moving the ball in big chunks against us now.
True. Defense has played well this half.
And what time? How much is that?
5:44 to play in the fourth quarter.
And they still need 2 scores.
So Ladish, shotgun snap. He'll keep this one himself. Trying to run towards the outside. He'll get pushed out of bounds right before getting to the 30-yard line. Jace Tarter forcing Ladish out. Want to try to keep them in bounds as much as possible.
Well, the clock should start the minute it's marked ready for play. Is the clock running?
No, he went out of bounds.
It doesn't matter.
High school, though, you go out of bounds, clock stops.
I thought it was only under 4 minutes.
No, that's pros, bro.
Well,
Ladish, receiver split out to each side. Ladish going to roll out, following his blockers. Oh, he stiff arms one man and gets tripped up. Yeah, it looked like that was Leedy on the tackle. And he was tackled inbounds as the clock will wind, now down to 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Again, Chanute 35, Piper 21. As we're a little over halfway through the fourth quarter.
Big third down here.
Big third down. 3rd and 1. Piper will send a receiver wide. Oh, they subbing the guy off the field.
They did it again. That should be a penalty.
And the
there
flag
it is.
comes out.
Finally.
Yep.
They've done it all night.
Too many men in the huddle. And they call illegal formation.
No, it's illegal substitution.
It is. They call it illegal formation, but yeah.
Well,
at least that's what it sounded like, although it's very muffled, windy, and spotty.
Well, I'm glad they finally caught it.
Good timing for Chanute anyway.
Hey, absolutely. We'll take it. I mean.
So the clock continuing to run, now down to 4:50. 3rd and 6.5. Ladish. Receiver split out to each side. Got Pudence in the backfield with him. They'll give on the end around. It's a pass. Going to lob it up into the air, and Tarter not there. The pass is complete. That's Shea Clemens for the touchdown. And Jace Tarter just got turned around a little bit. Jace Tarter has arguably been the best defensive back for Chanute, but just a little bit late on that one.
Yeah, who threw that for them? Was that number 1 again?
I believe it was. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Extra point pending for Piper. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. So with 4:32 to play, Chanute 35, Piper 28. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Chanute Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 1 possession game. Chanute 35, Piper 28. 4.5 to play as Piper will kick off, and looking very onside kickish, as this is the first time that we have seen Zane Bussick out to kick one off. And yeah, it's clearly an onside kick. He's turned the tee. Lace is pointed over towards Chanute.
What happens if it blows off? Then you have to have somebody hold it. How does that work out?
Exact same as it would any other way. Just hold it.
You're a braver man than I am.
Hands team out there for Chanute. Busick to kick. Bounces high into the air. Ball still on the ground. And I think Piper got it. Piper got it. Aaron Henson comes away with it. Not only did he come away with it, the ball bounced way down the field, and he covered it at the 35-yard line. That was a perfect onside kick, by the way.
That it was.
Bounced right over the head of Cade Small. So defense going to be put to the test.
Definitely not what we needed right there, but hey, a lot of time left in this football game.
Well, Piper regaining momentum. Ball to 36. Ladish going to look to throw. Going to air one out. This pass is low, incomplete. Was intended for V-Hill. I would cover V-Hill a little tighter. How many receptions he got tonight? 4. It feels like a lot more. When they pass, he's the guy.
Well, they've done a little bit of everything with him tonight, so.
Well, the 2 big passes to LaHuro were both from the running back.
Correct.
So 2nd and 10.
And I'd watch that again because it's
worked. Ladish going to keep this one. Now cutting back upfield. Makes another man miss. Seamster going to push him out of bounds. He got where they spot him. And they'll put him at the 12. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
He was on 36, right? So he picked up 24.
Yeah. So what felt like a very comfortable lead moments ago feels like all the momentum into the hands of Piper. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Ladish with Anderson behind him. Anderson went a little quick. He'll pitch to Anderson. Anderson going to pick up 3, maybe 4, 5. And that official just kept moving more forward.
Who did you say that was? Terrell Anderson?
Terrell Anderson on the carry.
What did he pick up there?
5 on the carry.
5. Clock continuing to run.
Clock is continuing to run indeed. Down to 3:40. Piper in no hurry. Chanute does have all 3 timeouts. Ladish in the shotgun set. Receivers wide to each side. Ladish will keep. Makes one man miss. Pushing forward. And might have gotten enough for the 1st down as he's down inside the 1. Yep. That'll be a 1st down. 1st and goal. Clockwise, that might have been worst case scenario for Chanute.
Right.
I feel like this game, it's going to be a special ending, one way or the other.
One way or the other, I agree.
1st and goal for the Pirates. Ladish gets the snap. He'll give to the back, and Anderson just walks in. Touchdown, Piper. They've pulled within 1, 35-34, after trailing by 2 touchdowns just a mere 2.5 minutes ago. Extra point pending. Big extra point here for the Pirates. Snap, good hold, kick is up. And it goes through, but it barely went through. Holy cow, that was not a good kick. 2:46 to play. It's tied up here in Chanute. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z 95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, 2:46 to play in the fourth quarter. This one's knotted up at 35 points apiece. Not sure where I was going with that.
I have no idea.
That's all right. 35-35. Chanute will receive the kickoff. As it will be Kurjan. He'll kick it deep. And that ball will get past Leedy into the end zone for a touchback.
What in the world? Piper's sideline is livid about something.
Somebody said something.
Are they trying to say that we touched that ball?
No. I think somebody was talking a little trash, or something like that. Nonetheless, 2:46 to play. Chanute's got possession. They've got to go 80 yards. 80 yards away from a regional championship. Herb in the shotgun set.
The far officials. Oh, the white hat's still over on the sideline.
Everybody ready to go except the lead official.
He's on break.
It's kind of an important guy to have out there. Herb calling for the snap. They'll give to Harding. Harding a little bit of running room on the outside. And he'll be tripped up. He'll pick up 9.5. Looks like he'll be just shy of the first down.
I think they're going to give him the
give
first
it to
down.
him. See where they put it. At nose of the ball,
Oh,
just
my
shy.
goodness.
So 2nd and inch. I'd say inches, but I feel like that would be incorrect.
Wow, I agree with you there.
So 2nd and inch for the Blue Comets. Clock down to 2:10. Herb shotgun set. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Herb going to look to run. Will pick up the first, making defenders miss. Still going, and Eric Herb pushing the pile. He'll get up near midfield. They'll spot it just inside the 50. Blue Comet offense in business. They've picked up 30 yards through 2 plays. Clock continues to run, now down to 1 minute, 50 seconds.
I'd like a little more urgency out of the Chanute offense.
They got 3
there.
timeouts. They're all right. Ball at midfield. 2 backs in the backfield once again. Linebackers stepping up for Piper. Herb going to look to throw. And it passes low, incomplete. That one was intended for Leedy. As Herb hit the ground hard. Bring up 2nd down. 1:29 to go on the clock. You calm?
Oh, I'm calm. Cool as the underside of a pillow.
Good for you.
You're nervous as a long-tailed
I'm
canter
as
or
nervous
rocket
as they
chairs.
get. I don't do good in these situations. If we get much closer, you might have to take over.
All right. You going to get the brown paper bag?
I wish I had a blood pressure cuff right now. I bet that thing would have doctors scared. Leedy goes in motion. Now Seamster going to go in motion. They fake it to Seamster. Herb running for his life, throws one up. Dean tries to bring it in, but that'll fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down play here. Back-to-back plays there where maybe you'd like to see him run the ball a little bit, and Leedy and Harding and Erb, first 2 plays of this drive, picked up 30 yards on 2 carries. So 3rd and 10 here. No margin for error. Clock down to 1:23. 2 receivers to the near side. Leedy goes into motion. Snap goes to Erb. He will look to throw. He's going down the middle, and the pass is nearly intercepted as Erb threw that one into double coverage. I think you have to punt here.
You have to punt right here. You can't give him that shorter field.
Ball at midfield. The offense staying on the field, which doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Absolutely right.
Blue Comets, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Erb shotgun set. Seamster goes in motion. Now Erb backing up. Erb will punt, and that is not a great punt. And that ball's going to be downed at the 39, so one of the worst punts of the year, which wind not helping either. But Piper's going to have 1:10, and they probably need to go 30 yards to give their kicker a chance.
I'd say that about that.
With the wind at their back. Chanute defense needs to make a play.
Need a turnover or stop right here. This crowd needs to get loud.
Ladish gets the snap, throws one out into the flat, and that went off the ground. Yep, pass incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:05 to play.
Yeah, but you notice how the crowd just goes silent right now.
Admittedly, the crowd, a little bit of shock.
Right? I mean, I understand that.
With 7.5 minutes to go, Chanute had a 2-possession lead and
the ball.
And the ball. And, yeah, now with a minute left, Piper an opportunity to win this game. Latest shotgun set. He's got trips to the far side of the field. He'll look that way, now keeps it himself. Got a little bit of running room, and he's hit hard as he gets up to the 45-yard line.
Get up. God.
Guys, know the situation.
A player down for Chanute. Is that Leedy?
I think so.
Leedy cramping up, it appears. They're trying to stretch his leg out. It's not a player you'd want to have off the field. And Leedy just diving off the field, trying to desperately stretch that leg out. And you want to stretch him out, but you don't want to get him back on the field.
Started.
You don't want to put him on the field and risk him stopping the clock again if it cramps up.
Right.
What to do. Ladish, 3rd down, 3rd and 3, trips to the top of the screen. Ladish will keep it, and he'll get the first down as he crosses midfield, gets down to the 45, clock down to 34. They will start the clock, now down to 30. Receivers getting set. They've got 2 to each side. Ladish, make sure everybody's set, gets the snap. He'll look to throw. Got plenty of time. Pass is incomplete with 18 seconds to play as Ladish put some mustard on that one.
Woo, gut check time here for the Chanute defense right here.
Indeed. 2nd and 10, 18 seconds to play. Piper at the Chanute 45-yard line. Trips to the far side of the field. Ladish gets the snap. He'll look to throw. Dean getting held. Dean tries to make the sack, and he can't. And that pass incomplete, nearly intercepted as Eric Erb tried to make a play on it. Man, it sure looked like Dagan Dean was getting held coming around that edge. 11 seconds to play now. Eric Erb so close.
He was right
To
there.
intercepting that pass. 3rd and 10. Seconds to play. 35-35. Trips. Far side of the field. Ladish gets the snap. He'll look to throw. Dean coming down. Screen pass. It's Pudens. And Pudens pushed out of bounds but won't pick up the first. He goes out of bounds with 2 seconds left. We'll see where they spot the football.
Will they get 5 there?
They'll put it, at the 40, so a 5-yard gain. So 4th and 5. This would be a 57-yard field goal if they chose to go that route. It appears they will
I
not.
think they're going to throw it deep.
And they'll send out 2 receivers to each side.
You got to back them safeties up.
Ladish will look to throw. He's got all day. Now under pressure. Dean getting there. Pass falls incomplete. 32 minutes was not enough. They play 48 minutes.
Yes, they do. That's okay, buddy.
48 minutes was not enough. Regional title on the line. We've got overtime in Chanute. We'll send it back to the studio for 30 seconds. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School. Overtime here between the 1-seeded Chanute Blue Comets and the 8-seeded Piper Pirates. What a game this has been. A game where Chanute led by 2 possessions with 7.5 minutes to play and the football, as Jay reminded me earlier. To put it pretty simple, Chanute let it slip away.
They did. I mean,
But
hopefully they can regroup.
But just as it was at halftime, it's 0-0. Chanute scored first to start the game. Chanute scored first to start the second half.
Well, let's let Piper have the ball first now.
Let Piper have the ball first and not score. How about
Right.
that?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. They start at the 25, correct?
It's a 10 in high school, isn't it?
Oh, we've never had this problem before.
We haven't. That's one good thing I guess you get when you have a good football team you've been calling. You don't get many overtime games. And yeah, thanks Chad Shaver. Chad's been sending me some scores all night. He's telling me, yeah, it is the 10-yard line. Both teams will start at the 10.
If they want to make it better, they give them one play. Hopefully Ty got them cramps stretched out. He's over here getting some hydration.
I say, just sucking down some water right now.
I'd hook that little yellow water cooler thing there to his belt loop and tell him to drag it around.
Man.
The crowd would like them to play rock, paper, scissors.
Hey, let me tell you something. So I used to play a lot of slow pitch softball. I played in 2 tournaments this year. Both of them were affiliated with the place where I work full-time. It was agreed upon before the tournament started that if a game, there was no run rule. It didn't matter how many innings. It was an hour.
Oh, okay.
Period. An hour. Obviously, the home team would get second
Last
chance.
at bats, right.
But if it was tied, you played rock, paper, scissors. That's how you determine the winner.
Awesome. That's cool.
Both tournaments, I was in an elimination game and had to play rock, paper, scissors. I lost the first one. I won the second one. Second game. Ended up getting second place in the tournament. Didn't end up winning the championship game. But
you got first loser.
First loser, yeah. Something like that.
We were talking. We totally missed what the white hat said.
I don't. I mean, it's overtime.
We'll
figure it out.
I don't really care what he had to say anyway, but. I think he's waiting on the captains to come back out there.
So for Piper, it'll be Logan Ladish, Terrell Anderson, Colin Vigil, and Camden Beebe, the captains. For Chanute, Dagan Dean, Ty Leedy, Eric Erb, and Trey Dillo. Yeah, I know. Eagles are going to beat Houston. Hey, 14-point spread. You had to put at least a little bit of money on Houston,
Well,
right?
it's only 12, right?
Money line.
Yeah. Oh.
I like the big bets, okay?
I think I'd have took.
I mean, I would never make a bet.
That's right.
Not that it's legal, but.
It is legal in the state of Kansas.
So, official out there discussing with the captains, obviously the rules and everything else of overtime. Remember, winner of this game plays next Friday. If Chanute wins, it'll be here. If Piper wins, it'll be either at Eudora or at Bishop Miege. Whoever loses this game, it'll be a long weekend, and they'll turn in equipment on Monday.
Well, I hate to say this, but no matter who wins this game, neither one of these teams, or who loses this game, neither one of these teams have any reason to hang their head.
Absolutely. This has been one of the best football games that I've been able to watch.
It has been a great game.
I would love nothing more than to be packing up. So Chanute won the toss, and Chanute will play defense first.
Yes, good call.
I did not catch which end of the field they'll be playing on. It appears they will be going to the north end, so the offense will have the wind at their back.
Right.
I don't know, 10 yards to go, I might have gone the other direction personally.
Yeah, but
because Piper would have got that decision, right? Chanute
yes,
won.
because Chanute decided to play defense.
Chanute's run game, or Piper's run game, has been better than Chanute's. Chanute's had to rely on the passing game. Like I say, if I was Piper, I would have played into the wind, but we'll see how it works.
Now, does this work like college after 2 overtimes?
If you go for 2?
Yes.
That's a good question. I do believe if it goes to a second overtime, they'll switch. Like Chanute would be on offense first.
Right.
Whatnot. Chad will let us know.
Chad will. Chad's our good spotter from the house.
So it'll be first and goal from the 10. First possession
right here.
First possession goes to Piper. It's also 2-1 Astros in the 8th. Go Phillies.
I don't care who wins.
I just want the team that doesn't cheat. Leedy over here on the sideline trying to get loose. The trainers will not give him his helmet.
He is chasing them down for his helmet.
He wants it. He's got to prove that he's good to go. So it looks like overtime ready to go. Ladish going to go shotgun set. Trips to the far side of the field. Ladish going to look to throw. Nothing there. Now he'll run. Cuts back upfield. Now around defenders. Still going. And going to get a flag. As Ladish did go into the end zone. Ladish taking off his helmet in celebration.
That should be another penalty. No, he cannot. Oh. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Privy to listen to the coaches.
Hey, I mean, we have
And I'm
conversations
talking-
with each other. We may not know it, but we talk.
Yeah, and I'm talking to them too. Hey, I figured there's going to be some sort of Ty's back out, got his helmet and back in there.
Ty Leedy on the field. Not sure what the penalty was.
It was holding.
Was it holding? Okay, it was a 10-yard from the spot. So the ball spotted at the 18-yard line now. And the quarterback's still out there, so they're not going to get him with taking his helmet off. And he's going to look to run and avoiding tacklers, and he'll run out of bounds, does Ladish. It's just before reaching the 10-yard line, it appears. So that'll set up 2nd and 10. So with the penalty and then the 7-yard run, essentially they had an incomplete pass on first down.
Pretty much.
Again, no clock in overtime. You just get 1st and goal from the 10. The only clock that matters is the play clock. So 2nd and goal from the 10. Chanute crowd chanting defense. They'll give it on the end around. And
Good
that's
job.
V-Hill, and V-Hill going to get taken down at the 10 for no gain. Cade Small in there on the tackle. Cade Small showing out for everybody here tonight.
That's right. Good job of staying home, making the tackle.
So 3rd and goal from the 10. Big play here.
Big, big play.
More importantly, if they don't get it, do they use the kicking game?
I was just getting ready to ask you that. Do you take the 3 and hope your defense can stop them, or do
Probably.
you go for it?
You take points, right? Ladish got trips to the far side. He'll roll that way. Fires to the end zone. And that's a touchdown. Player took his helmet off once again. Oh, Piper scores first in OT.
I didn't see who caught that. Did you see who caught it?
Yeah, it was V-Hill. And is this going to be a 2-point conversion already?
Oh, yep.
And coach is out on the field for Piper, and John Black's going to take a timeout. We're going to keep things here because it appears Piper wants to go for 2.
That's
Gutsy.
Gutsy, very
I mean,
gutsy.
I get it if you were going to score second. Say Piper scored a touchdown and got it, and then Chanute scored and just went for the win. You got to think it's Ladish, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
On a keeper.
I mean, big, big play right here. I mean, whew.
So 2-point conversion.
I can't believe they haven't said anything about them guys taking their helmet off all night.
So trips to the far side of the field. Latest shotgun set. He's got Anderson in the backfield with him. Ladish gets the snap. He'll look to throw. Pass is incomplete. As out of the fingertips of number 14, Shea Clemens. So Chanute life, a touchdown and extra point. All they need to win.
Oh.
So Chanute now.
Got to have this right here. Got to get the touchdown first before they worry about the extra point.
Chanute, 10 yards to go. Got to get into the end zone. Chanute will send 2 receivers to each side. Herb in the backfield, Leedy in there with him. Herb gets the snap. Throws it over the top. It's Seamster. Touchdown! Blue Comets! Caden Seamster on the quick throw over the middle. Chanute an extra point away from a regional title.
Great read by Eric Herb on the slant pattern right there. Quick hitter. Just what the doctor ordered.
Jackson Vaughn on the field. Can he be the hero?
We're already a flag.
on the field. Offsides on Piper. They're trying to dare Chanute to take it.
I would kick it.
Yep. Coach Frizzell pleading to decline the penalty.
They're gonna grab our end right now. Tell them to watch the movie. 32 just came in. Tell them to grab our end or our wing. Throw him in.
All right. Extra point for the win. Jackson Vaughn. Dillo to hold. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. And it is no good. Extra point, no good. We will play a second overtime.
Ooh, doggies.
So the Blue Comet offense back out to the field as Chanute will now be on the field first. Wow.
Well, maybe we should have went with the heavy set there.
Never-ending game. Chanute gonna have to score again. So Herb in the offense. Out on the field. They'll go with 2 backs this time. Harding to his left, Leedy to his right. Pressure coming from Piper. Herb gonna roll to the right and fire towards the end zone. Did he catch that? Waiting for
One
the call.
said catch and one says in. There's no call yet.
Touchdown! Blue Comets, unbelievable. They do it again. 1 play touchdown. And will Chanute go for 2? Now a flag on the play.
I'll bet that's on Piper.
Pretty good guess.
Who caught that?
I believe it was Dean.
All right.
Yeah, that was Dagan Dean. And Piper doesn't understand. I'm assuming somebody said something over there. But this, you can assess this penalty on the conversion.
No, after it, right?
It can be on the conversion. So move it up half the distance. Chanute's going to go for 2.
Yeah, but can we take it when they get the ball, like a kickoff? You know, sometimes you can take that on the kickoff.
Do it on the conversion. Take every yard you can get.
Well, I mean, if it was me, I'd back him up to the 25.
What a catch that was from Dean.
Yes, it was.
Dragging the feet. Great throw by Herb to put it on him.
Oh, here's the call. Well. Penalty's going to be, oh, that young man took his helmet off.
Is that on Beebe?
Uh,
Did he get tossed?
I think he did. You know, you might be a 3-star recruit, but you can't act like that.
Chanute will go for 2. So they move the ball up a half of a yard. Chanute not going under center. Harding goes in motion. Herb going to roll to the right. Herb dives.
He's in.
And they'll say he did not get in.
What?
Dived a little early, I believe.
Dove, you mean?
Whatever. So both teams unsuccessful 2-point conversions. Now Piper an opportunity to score and win. Piper with a new left tackle in the game, however. Beebe's night is done. Ladish calling for the snap. He'll give it up the middle as Anderson bouncing off tacklers. He'll be taken down at the 3-yard line. Second and goal, just inside the 4. Ball spotted between the 3 and the 4-yard line. Receiver split out to each side. Latest shotgun set. Anderson behind him. We'll give to Anderson once again, and Anderson will get in. Touchdown. Piper ties it at 47. And now Piper, an extra point away from their regional title. It'll be Zane Bussick, a 6'2 senior, to attempt the point after. Good snap, and I think we got a timeout by Chanute before the snap. Chanute trying to ice the kicker, as this one is currently tied in double overtime. Chanute has had many opportunities to win this game, and now Piper, what could be the final play, or what will be the final play of second overtime, could be the final play of the night. Both teams toward their sideline. Both teams were perfect on extra points in regulation. Chanute missing one in the first overtime, and then failing on the 2-point conversion in double overtime. Dean likely to be lined up right over the nose, or will they put him outside? Dean going to come off the edge. Bussick
If he can time this up
for the
right.
win. Good snap. Hold is down. And the extra point is good. And Kansas City Piper comes down to Chanute, and in double overtime upsets the 1 seed Chanute Blue Comets Final score 48-47. We'll send it to the studio for a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have your Sealy Plumbing postgame show. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here at Chanute High School, Chanute's season comes to an end at the hands of the Piper Pirates, 48-47 in double overtime. First and foremost, what a game.
What a game.
You tip your cap to Piper. They came in here, 2-hour bus ride. They played a hell of a game. They came down here in a game that, seeding-wise, they weren't supposed to win. And I just want to give them their congratulations, of course. But on the other side of it, and you'll see as I'll pull it up on the live stream, this is a senior class that has done nothing but win from in Little League, middle school, high school, and to be fair, in the last 3 years now, this group that was once sophomores, juniors last year, and now seniors, this is probably the first time, and it's unfortunate, that you can say, you know what, we lost to a 4A school. And,
right.
And this is what 4A football is supposed to look like.
Absolutely.
Not to sit here and take – I love taking shots at Miege and the Aquinas and St. James, and that's not what I'm here for right now. But this is what 4A football was supposed to be about. If these two teams play 10 times, they both probably win 5.
I agree with that.
That was a great game. Now, early on, first half, I seen Brett Esch. He's down here. He covers Bethel, up North Newton area, and he came down for the game just to cover it on a side, and he mentioned at halftime through a tweet, Piper looks like the more complete team. They played a better half, but it was tied at 21. In the third quarter, in the first half of the fourth, Chanute looked like the more complete team. They looked better. And then the last about 6 minutes or so of that fourth quarter, Chanute just kind of let it slip away. And overtime, both teams had opportunities to win. And unfortunately for the Blue Comets, Piper was able to capitalize when Chanute was not. And for this senior class, they've played their last football game together. There's a couple kids, a handful anyway, that are going to play next year. They're going to go on. They're going to play JUCO ball, Division II. Dagan Dean might even play Division I. There's talent in this senior class, but for this group of boys to young men now as seniors to play their last game together, a somber moment here at the Chanute Community Sports Complex.
Absolutely. And these young men have nothing to hang their head about. This was a hell of a football game, and unfortunately in a game like this, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And unfortunately, it's us coming out on the short end tonight. And
I know I probably make a lot more references to the Chiefs than I should, but I'm a diehard, just to those that don't know. When I went to that Chiefs-Bills game a couple weeks ago, Chiefs lost, and I told some people I was sitting around. I was at the game. I told some people, I was like, man, Chiefs are getting ready. We're going to lose this game. He said, but this was a game, man. Like, this was a game. You know how lucky we were to be able to be at this game? There's 72 games going on across the state of Kansas this week, tonight and tomorrow. There's not a game that's going to top this in the state.
Hell,
this was the best game in the state. Now, the players, I can tell you right now, they don't care.
Right, they don't.
But for the fans that were here, what do you pay? It was $6 for students and $8 for adults to get in tonight.
Correct.
For those that were not one of the first 150. If you would have told me I get this entertainment for $8,
I don't.
I'd do it every night.
Absolutely.
What a season for both teams, as Piper's season will continue as they will travel next week to either Eudora or Bishop Miege.
Good luck to wherever they travel to.
Yeah, I made picks on every game this week, believe it or not. I'll give away my pick. I picked Eudora.
Well, that's because they're playing a private school.
That is no, I picked St. James and I picked Aquinas.
Oh.
I just think that Eudora is one of the few that has the opportunity to knock off Miege, and it'll be a good one tomorrow night.
That will.
Did you have any stats at this point?
I mean,
we kind of give up on those once overtime
yeah,
started?
once overtime started, it become a jumble mess. I mean,
we get stats-ish.
Well,
the final game of the year.
Herb was, oh boy, 1, 2, 3.
We got time.
6, 7, 8, 9, 12. 13 of 21 for 149 and 2 touchdowns. Dean, 6 catches for 113 and 2 touchdowns. Seamster 5 catches for 61. Leedy 3 catches for 55. Seamster 1 for 1 passing for 80 yards and touchdown. Herb 10 rushing attempts for 50 yards and touchdown. Seamster 2 rushing attempts for 11. Harding 6 carries for 29 and a touchdown. And Leedy 8 carries for 61 and a touchdown.
That's good.
Okay, we don't worry about them?
Nope.
All right, good.
So
I like them anyway.
We're going to take a 30-second timeout here in our Sealy Plumbing postgame show. When we come back, we'll wrap things up and sign off one final time as we turn our sights towards basketball season. You're listening to Blue Comet Football right here on Z95.3. Back here one final time at Chanute High School for football season. Chanute's season comes to an end. Final score again here tonight. Piper 48, Chanute 47. And what was one of the greatest high school games I've seen, and a tough one for this senior class. But, Jay, it's been a fun ride this year. 9-0 start. First time since 1934 since that had happened. And a 10-0 start still has never happened at Chanute High School. It's always next year.
Always next year. That's right.
So the Blue Comets will move ahead. We will move ahead towards basketball season. I know many of these kids out here tonight, some of them on basketball floor, some of them will wrestle, some of them will do other sports, whatnot. This is a school that's full of kids that do plenty of extracurricular activities and are very involved in the school. So just because football season and volleyball season, soccer, all fall sports now at Chanute will come to an end, the school year is not over, and there's still a lot to be excited about at Chanute High School in the 2022-2023 season. And for me, I don't know if you'll be able, you said you're going to make some of the basketball games this year, but
I'll be there to help you
for
some.
me, I get a break until December 6th, I believe, was the first basketball game on the year. That's a Tuesday night. We'll be on the road in Winfield on a Tuesday night.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Winfield.
fun. So, yeah, a month-long break until we tip things off on the hardwood, as it'll be an exciting season, as I know Coach Fox will have his girls ready to go. Coach Crabtree on the guys' side, I'm sure we'll have them ready to go. But until then, football season comes to an end. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. Without you guys, these games aren't possible, so we do thank you. Thanks to Alyssa back at the studio. It's a late night. This is the longest game we've had all year, and I appreciate you for hanging back with us and keeping us on the air and sounding good. And Jay, man, I appreciate you being here all year.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
We've had some trips this year.
We have.
We had a stretch here, some home games to end the year. That's fun, and unfortunately it all came to an end. A 1-point loss to the Piper Pirates ends Chanute's season. They finish with a final record of 9-1, including an SEK championship for the second year in a row. Oh, I hate this part. This is the last part, and I hate it. Football season's my favorite time of year, but for the final time, we'll sign things off. I'm Brett Shields with Jay McGeary. We'll send things back to the studio. Thank you for listening to Chanute Blue Comet Football all season long right here on Z95.3.